Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
Yeah, come on up in here. Welcome to the Rebuttal Entertainment. Sorry I was so late, everybody. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Today we're going to talk about Brian Norman and Devin Haney supposed to be on. And Kid Dawson father say he would KO Tank Davis. He would KO Shakur Stevenson. We knew that was coming. We all knew that was coming. You know, we all knew that was coming. We knew he was gonna do that. We knew he was gonna say that. We knew all of this stuff, man. So Lorenzo in the building, Tony K in the building. But yeah, man, we knew this stuff was coming. So now we're gonna see what happened. Now we're gonna see what's next to Kid Austin, what's next to Shakur Stevenson, and all this, man. And what's up, Lorenzo? Y'all come on up in here, let me know what you think. Joaquin is in the building. What y'all think about Schofield saying his son KO'ing everybody, knocking everybody out? And y'all knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. You guys knew it was coming. You know, but we're gonna see. You know, we're gonna see what happened, what's going on. If they're gonna give him another fight. We're gonna see if this Devin Haney thing gonna really go through fruition. If we got to November, Turkey announces, so it might be true, but will Devin Haney pull out? Will he pull out? We don't. We're gonna see, because you know, we got to see. I don't know. I don't trust him. I got to see if it's gonna happen or not. Shakur trying to downplay kids. Well, yeah, well, you know how he is. You know how he is. He always trying to downplay something. You know, he always trying to downplay something that if it ain't containing him, you know how he is, man. He gonna downplay everything. Like he the baddest man on the planet. But he not. He's not, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. It's just so funny. Man, that he KO'd Tevin Farmer. Well, Tevin Farmer should have retired after the second win to pay the fight. That is, you know, his father said, hey, everybody is on the chopping block. Tank, Shakur, everybody. You know, his son is the best in the world. Y'all know my son's the best in the world, man. Can anybody be my son? I told y'all. So, you know, we going to see what happens when his son fights Shakur or maybe Tank. Or whatever Bob Burns said, it's going to be Brian Norman versus the tracks. I've seen it. I think Turkey going to be upset again. He's going to have to make some stipulations. You know, I give you half your check now and half when you finish the fight. Because we are not paying for excessive running. You know what I mean, Lorenzo? He's going to have to say, we are not paying for excessive running. Daisy is a Bob Cole. Yeah, Bob Cole, Daisy. You know how he is. My man, Mr. Shelton in the building. What's up, Mr. Shelton? You know, so I'm telling you, Lorenzo, that's what he's gonna have to do. What do you think? I'm gonna give you half now and half later. That was if I'm turkey, that's what I'm telling them. If you're doing any kind of excessive running, Mr. Shelton, any kind of excessive running, it's gonna be a problem. You know, it's gonna be a problem. You know, so we're gonna see what happens. I still don't think it's gonna happen. But you never know. You know, they say Devin takes on everybody. He does no wreck and all this. Okay, we'll see. You know, we'll see. Only thing he took on is old fighters, old has-been fighters. So we can kill that narrative right there. And Brian Norman gonna have to work on his footwork. You know, cutting off that ring. What his father said, something smart. They're not doing no weightlifting, no weight training. So he's gonna be working on cutting off that ring. And he need to work on his speed and endurance. You know, he need to work on his speed and his endurance, Daisy. Hey, do you think people in America is going to watch Haney versus Norman early morning or in the middle of the day? I'm confused with the time. Well, even if it's in Saudi, it'll probably be in the evening time. It ain't gonna be early in the morning, Daisy. It'll probably be in the evening time, about 5 or 6 in the evening. That's what it'll probably be. If it happens, we don't know. We got to November. We got a long time. Saturday night, Lou, was a statement made. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, right, Mr. Shelton? 2 cents in the building. What's up, 2 cents? Jam Queen, hey, Miss Lady. What's going on? Oh, we got teacher in the building, so don't y'all be too loud. Y'all know teachers in the building. Something going on when he in here early. What's up, Teach? So it's a lot going on, man. But, you know, we talked about it on the show. We said what Schofield was going to do. Man, my son knocking everybody out, man. I keep telling y'all gonna stop disrespecting my son. My son is the best in the world. He will not Tank out. He will not Shakur out. We just want to fight the best. You know, I told y'all, my son, no, I'm not giving none of you motherfuckers no interviews, none of that. I'm not giving y'all nothing. Oh my goodness. Y'all hit the like button while y'all coming up in here. Y'all know how they rebuttal. Did you see the fight ending at the 1 a.m.? Do you still like them night cards? What fight? I ain't watched that shit. I had 2 cents. Once I stopped talking about Floyd Schofield, I went to bed. I wasn't gonna stay up for y'all fools watching Jake Paul bamboozle y'all. Y'all keep getting bamboozled. I told y'all I wasn't getting bamboozled no more. Ray B in the building. What's up, Ray? Ain't nowhere in the world. I didn't know Schofield was half Dominican. I ain't know either. Don't ask Shakur, you know us. Oh man, Dad Queen, my favorite hater. What's she hating about, Mr. Shelton? What you talking about? But yeah, man, what y'all think, man? Is it gonna make to November? What you think, Teach? Dad Queen, is the fight gonna happen? Do y'all think Devin gonna get cold feet? Or as Bob say, he's gonna turn into the running man? You know? Or as Bob say, he's gonna turn into the running man. You know, what y'all think about that? Oh my goodness, man. We don't know what's gonna go on, man, but I like, but who knows? I'm sure Bill's somewhere sweating, but well, he the one brought it up, right? He the one did all that talking, right? If anyone pulls out, they're gonna get it. Go about to hurt the old soft hands. What's up, Owen? What's going on, man? Cole got what? 2 weeks, right? He got 2 weeks. I believe it when I see it. Yeah, I'm with 2 cents on this one. I went 2 cents on this one. I believe it when I see it. I believe it when I see it, man. Cause I don't know. We got along with this. July, August, September, October. We got 5 months. 5 months for Devin Haney to do track training. Oh my goodness. And y'all be honest, tell the truth. Which one of y'all fools stood up and watched Jake Paul and Chavez Jr.? The concert, it was surprisingly good. Rebuttal and 2 cents didn't believe the Times Square location. Shelton Moore, my favorite hater. I want to see. Man, once I got off that live, I went straight to bed. I knew it was going to be some crap. David say, not me. Exactly. Smart girl. Smart girl. Hence, I turned it off after the 3rd round. That's that. Y'all crazy, man. I just listened in. Oh, okay, Joaquin. But what I say on the show? What I say on the show before they saw that fight came on? Stop being bamboozled. Until Jake Paul fight one of them killers, I'm not watching no more of his fights. If he not fighting them dudes, Morel, Benavidez, Yardy, Bivol, Better Biv, and all them dudes, Gordo and all them dudes, I'm not watching nothing Jake Paul do. Jake Paul is going to be a hell of a promoter. That's what he needs to start doing. And I told you guys, people going to start weighing off of it. That place wasn't sold out. People just win the bullshit now. People just tired of it. Julio Cesar Chavez threw that fight. Made no sense. The way I seen the highlights, the way he was fighting in one of them rounds, that's how he fight all them rounds. He come forward and throw a lot of punches. He don't do no trying to box and stay there and all that bull crap, man. It's just getting sad now. And people out there is out there watching it, man. Y'all gotta stop it. I don't believe y'all sat there and watched the fight, man. But Norman Jr., I'm hearing good things. What his father saying, I think it's true. You think he not gonna do no weight training and none of that stuff. That's good. He need to. My man Benzo in the building. What's going on, champ? Did you see what Jake Paul said? He gonna serve anyone who says his fights are fit. Your fights fixed, Jake Paul. He ain't gonna serve little people like me. But if they're not fixed, like I said before, he just picking people he can beat. That's all. Overtired people. Fake Paul call out Tank. I don't know what he's smoking. T, Jake, and Logan are frauds. What Logan got to do with this, Tony? Logan ain't got nothing to do with it. Because Logan one of the best wrestlers in WWE. And that boxing crap is totally different. But yeah, man, what y'all think, man? This stuff is crap. I'm going to put a link in there for a minute. Jab Queen boxing. Watch the 8th and 9th and 10th round. And you'll tell me. Man, I don't believe y'all stood up and watched that fight, Mr. Schultz. What's wrong with y'all? You knew something was going on. Something always going on when he fighting people like that. Until he fight a legit boxer, y'all need to protest. Ban. Don't watch his stuff. Nah, you can't include him. Nah, man, y'all need to stop watching it. I don't respect him, a boxer, but as a promoter, he's a good. He gonna be one of the best promoters out there. No, you can't respect him until he starts fighting better quality opponents. I give him credit for learning how to box and then getting in there and doing his thing and whatever he's doing. But the nonsense got to stop. The nonsense. I'm blaming 2 cents. I blame 2 cents. That's her favorite fighter, Jake Paul. After Earl Spence retired. You ain't know that, did you, Jab Queen? I'm blaming 2 cents. So, yeah. And another thing. You guys brought it on yourself you knew if Kid Austin, Floyd Schofield was going to beat Tevin Farmer, you knew his father was going to go in on every single body. I knew this. You know it. And his father went in on every single body. He went in on every single body. And now his son can knock out anybody. And we warned each other. We knew this was going to happen. Great for boxing, especially women boxing, as fighter trash. Yeah. Jake Paul, of course. He good. Yeah, exactly. But that's what he need to do. He need to concentrate on it. Because the gig is up. Don't lie on me, Lou. Almost broke my toe trying to get to my phone. Look at Jazz Queen face. I'm just telling you how it is, man. You know, y'all be believing this bull crap, man. Daughter was looking extra soft and fluffy. What do you think about his performance? He looked like shit. He thought he took that dude lightly. That's what happened. He didn't look as good as he did his last fight. He took that dude. Tell me, Dave, he took that dude lightly. You're right. He looked like trash. You know, and you go back to fight before then, he looked real good. He looked cut up. He had like a 1 or 2 pack. He looked like he trained, but this fight he ain't look like nothing. You know, see, these boxers, man, this how you know who's going to be elite and who's not. You're supposed to take every fight the same. Every fight the same. My guy's Otto does what Otto does. Whoop ass. You're supposed to take every fight the same. And he don't do that. You got to train hard for all these fights, man. You know, you got to look spectacular. You got to want to be elite. Some of these dudes don't want to be elite, especially when they see and they think they got a cherry in front of them. You know, especially when they got a cherry in front of them. So, you know, that's what Zordo did. He had a cherry thought he had a cherry in front of him, but that fight was tougher than he wanted it to be. You know, so he can't blame nobody but himself. That fight was tougher than he wanted it to be, man. And it is what it is to that. So we're gonna see what he does, and maybe, you know, he can start trying to unify some of them belts if that's what he want to do. You know, we don't know what he's trying to do, but maybe he do, maybe he can, maybe he will. We don't know. We don't know at all, but you know, it is what it is, man. I hope these guys get in there and do what they're supposed to do. However, as much as I like Zordo, Apataya going to whoop his ass. Another dude that really all right. But Sheldon, you be naming these dudes like they really like that. You know, Apataya all right. You know, it ain't really nothing up there. But Jake Paul got to get it together. He has to get it together. Either you're going to promote or you're going to box. And if you're going to box, let's start fighting these dudes. Stop calling out Tank Davis. You 2,100 pounds. Tank little ass a featherweight. He ain't a featherweight. He's a featherweight. Leave Tank alone. We don't want to see Jake Paul and Tank Davis. We don't want to see it. We know it'll make big money because fans' curiosity, 2 cents to being there with her remote control, watching Tank and Jake Paul and all that crap. We don't want to see it. So don't even put it out there. Fight niggas your size. Your big ass need to get in there and fight people your size. That's all. We don't want to hear nothing else. Nothing else. I don't want to hear nothing else about Jake Paul, y'all. That's why I went to bed. I didn't cover the rest of them fights. I knew it was gonna be some trash. So what else I want to going on? I mean, Boxing 222 is in. What's going on, Boxing 222? What's going on with you? So Oh man, man, let me tell y'all something. You are correct. Ain't nothing, ain't nothing that cruiserweight fucking with our battalion. Yeah, that too. They need to stop mentioning that dream fight. Tank ain't worried about no Jake Paul. Jake Paul just tripping, man. He tripping. But yeah, man, that man tripping, man. I mean, but that's how it is, man. That's how it is, man. These dudes think they're gonna get this done and get that done, man. And I don't know. How your funk contend to be on Jake Paul don't want the real smoke, and cruiserweight might be the easiest division for him. Yeah, but he don't want that. That's still smoke. He can't be none of them, dude. You heard Devin hit his wife? Nah, he hit his wife. It don't surprise me. He hit the, you know, it don't surprise me. That why, you know, is that a rumor or that's legit? They got film on it. She's suing them. She go to police. She get it. You know, they love little Debbie in jail. Oh my goodness, man. Oh man, they would love little Debbie in jail. I ain't hear nothing. That's crazy. It's on TMZ. Oh, okay. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised. How you call AJ and Tank? She has a restraining order. Oh, okay. That what happen when you have babies by you know what's the correct word? Escorts. That what happen when you have babies by escorts. You know, Bill do all that preaching and all that talking. You know, he got his son boxing, his son making millions of dollars. But you know what? He gonna get mad when he hit it. He didn't teach his son how to be a real man outside the ring. He did all the good stuff, raising him and all that stuff. But he didn't teach his son how to be a real man. You know? So, hey, he gonna live and learn. He gonna live and learn. I'm trying to get my hands on the paperwork as we speak. Bill barely knows himself. Exactly. So, you know, that stuff is it's just crazy. If that's true, you know, definitely gonna live and learn. You're gonna live and learn. You can't put your hand on them women. Then you walk around with another woman, you have another baby. I see why he keep calling out everybody. He gonna need that shit in child support. They just unfortunately they have a child support, but exactly, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. So you know, people do all that preaching, they do all that talking. We talk facts over feelings on this show, the realistic shit. You teaching your son how to do everything great. You raised him private school. He's a multimillionaire, but you ain't teach him how to be a man. He can't even talk for himself. You know, without you around. You know, you knew that woman was bad for him, and you ain't pulling him aside and say, "Look, Dad, I think you're making a mistake. I think you need to change. You know, talk to your little wee wee down there and tell your wee wee, nah, I don't care how good she look. We're not gonna do this, wee wee. You know, we need to go pee pee sometime." Because I'm telling y'all, when she take that nigga to court and get that money, this nigga, oh, them Haney eyes gonna be woo.
What, are you gonna cry now? Come on, cry, baby, cry for me. Come on, cry.
Deep in the recesses of my brain, a tiny red-hot little flame began to grow.
Oh man, AJ will hurt Tank 2 cents. That's not fair. Jake Paul versus Zordo, nah, that ain't gonna happen. Zordo ain't gonna fold. Here's the elites: Juicy, Bud, Inu, Canelo, Tank, Bivol, Better Bill, Bam, Teofimo. I skipped a couple of them because they not elite to me. I skipped a couple of them to 2 cents. Teach. What will Devin say in court without bail? She going to win that case. T. Spence is the tie. Stop capping. Why you skip Shakur? Did I skip him? My fault. Oh yeah, they gonna be mad. I don't care. Let them be mad. Strap up the wee loud. The loose ladies coming for the bag. Exactly. These dudes ain't learn. I'm just telling you straight out, man. You know, these dudes do all this talking and all this stuff, man. You didn't teach your son how to be a man outside the ring. You knew that girl was what she was. Now if allegedly he hitting her and threatening her or whatever, and you had a baby by her, and then that's the same girl that John Thug said he can go hit right now. He can go hit it. She was crying for him and everything, right? That's the same girl. Come on, man. This stuff is ridiculous, man. You don't think Dave Benavidez is elite? Yeah, he elite. Teach crazy. Don't listen to Teach, man. Teach think Jaime McGee elite. The real is he wants to fight Canelo because the bills and children. Yeah, exactly. 1,000%, man. This stuff, man. See, I've been so busy, I ain't been listening to none of that stuff, man. I hope the kid get it right. Benavidez had to be at Bill or better Bill. Don't nobody want to smoke with Dave Benavidez. Not them two even. Neither one of them dudes want that smoke with him. Shout out to my man, Son of God, 27 months. Teachers, they troll. Y'all, he definitely been tripping lately. Y'all hit the like button, man. Come on up here. Tell me what you think. Will the Brian Norman, Devin Haney fight make it to November? Will it make it to November? Y'all can just say yes or no. Put in the comment. Yes, Lou, or no. Have you listened to Bill Haney speak? Nope. If you have, you know where Devin gets it from. No, I don't listen to him. When he even talking, I turn the channel. It just disgusts me, man. I don't listen to him talk at all, man. And what do you guys think of Floyd Schofield Sr.? Y'all know, man, my son will knock Tank ass out. He'll knock Shakur out too. My son the best in the world. I don't care what none of y'all say. Watch and see. Watch and see. He gonna beat all them. Then all y'all gonna be wanting interviews, but I ain't giving none of y'all shit. I ain't giving none of y'all nothing. My son is the best. Watch what I tell you. I told you he was gonna knock Tevin Farmer out. Ain't none of y'all listen, but y'all listening now, ain't y'all? I stopped liking Bill when he let Devin almost kill himself in the scale. Exactly. I think they should make him fight Tank. That's how he talk, Dave. I'm telling you. Floyd Schofield ain't letting up. He's going to be on every podcast from now on. Farmer on his way. Farmer should retire. He should have retired, like I said, after the second Williams to pay the fight. We keep doing this shit, man. Nah, man, that shit ain't good, man. I felt sorry for him, man. He should have retired after Williams to pay the fight. Till Schofield fights the top of the division. Yeah. We got to see. Real boxing. I got Schofield losing to Tank and Shakur. Yeah. If he don't work on his endurance, he gonna be in trouble. If he don't work on his endurance, he is going to be in trouble. I'm telling y'all. Yeah, my face so small. He got to work on his endurance. But I like what he did. I keep saying he's learning. I like what he did against Tevin Farmer. When he got Tevin hurt and knocked him down, he didn't, and Tevin got up, he didn't run in there throwing all kinds of crazy punches. What I always preach to you dudes for the last 4 years, what I've been preaching, control aggression. You can be aggressive, just control it. Don't go in there winging shit, getting yourself all out of gas. Walk to him, set it up like Schofield did, knock his ass down again. I like that. The kid showed me something when he did that. He really showed me something. That was good. Let him on here so I can curse him out. after he hypnotized him. Oh yeah, I saw that. Tank gonna do him like Rolly. Oh, I know what I want to say. It's the camera, Luke. Nah, it ain't the camera, baby. I'm 23 pounds down now. 23 pounds down 2 cents. So 20. I might be wearing my jeans, some of my $200 jeans I got in the closet that I can't fit. But they getting on now. I can buckle them up. They just a little bit more tight. A little bit more tight. If I can get into 38, I'll be all right. But I'm 20 something pounds down. I'm good. Schofield punched him mid-tick. Yeah, exactly. Damn, I keep forgetting something I was about to say. If Floyd Schofield don't work on his endurance, he's going to need more life. That's what I just said. He got to work on it. Now before I forget again. I know a lot of you guys not on Twitter. What's the guy named the cigar talk dude who be trying to interview everybody now? So he told Tank Davis, Tank, we need to get another interview. That thing will be real hot. Well, Tank told him, F you, bitch. I'll tell you what, Tank funny as shit, man. He knew Tank wasn't messing with him no more. He's still trying to ask Tank for an interview. That shit was so hilarious, man. I get tired of these fathers running their mouth. They are the same ones in the corner untouched. Exactly. Hey, T, so you must have heard it. If y'all ain't seen it, go on Twitter. The dude from Cigar Talk tried to interview Tank again. And Tank Ben told him go, some bad word. And Tank told him, it was so embarrassing, man. The whole Twitter started laughing. Tank and Shakur will gas Shakur out. Tank will knock Schofield out because I know he's still gonna be swinging them mid-wild punches. Shakur gonna just go in defensive mode and try to pot shot him to death. He'll have to really try to land them punches on Shakur, and it's gonna be hard because of his defense. Ozempic. Nah, I don't eat too much sugar. I've been drinking shakes every morning for the last 3 months. And, I go to the gym, baby. I bench press your little ass. That's for sure. I wish I did have some damn Ozempic. I wouldn't be working this damn hard. He will do him like Rolly. Yeah. Schofield young. But I keep telling y'all, snack shakes. Nah, not snakes. All fruit, 2 scoops of protein powder, some milk, and that's it. That's it. She said Ozempic. I'm not a little. I bench press your big ass. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You ain't more. No, you're not more than 300. So I can bench press your little ass because I don't go up to 300 no more. But yeah, man, y'all hit the button. Tell me what y'all think, man. I just don't think it's going to go to November. I don't think Brian Norman and Devin Haney is going to make it in November. They can fool me. Because if they do, this how quick Devin Haney going to be. Now you see me, now you don't. You made life-changing, healthier choices. Yep. Only thing I eat now, ice cream. Butter pecan. I ain't never letting that shit go. Yeah, man. So I don't know, man. Matter of fact, what is that? I'm gonna put because I'm not gonna be on here long. I'm gonna put a link in here early today. Put a link in that joint early. Yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Hit that like button. Every new people, hit the link. Hit the link. Come on up in here. Tell me what y'all think, man. Do y'all think it's going to make it in November? Do you believe Kid Austin Schofield that his son can knock everybody out now? Lou, are you going to Vegas in September? Nah, I switched it to. I'm going to Tank. I'm going to August. I'm going to Tank. I'm going to Tank August. I thought about Ohio. Why would I go Bud and Canelo, and I don't like neither one of them? I ain't going that shit. Now that Tank fighting in August, I'm going to Vegas in August. I'm going in August. Yeah, I'm going to Tank joint. I'll be out there. I'm going out there to see what's going on. I hit the link, but they going to work, drilling outside, very noisy. Well, no, you don't need to hit the link then. I don't want to hear that goddamn noise. You know? So, Teach, what do you think about somebody got suspended for 9 months, right? Who was that? Devin scared to death to get hit now. A little pitiful. We're gonna see. I want to see how Devin gonna fight him because he know Turkey don't want to see that cat and mouse shit. He do not want to see that cat and mouse stuff. So what he gonna do? I forgot who was that suspended. Oh, somebody suspended 9 months. I'll think about it. I can't remember who it was. It might have not been a boxer though. I gotta think about it, man. But is it main event? Who you talking about? Tank it? Who you talking about? Boxing 227? What main event? Who Keyshawn fighting? What do you guys think about Gary Antoine said he want that smoke with Keyshawn. So when Keyshawn get 2 fights under his belt, they're gonna do it. And he said they cool. Keyshawn was suspended for 9 months. I don't know. I don't think it was Keyshawn. But speaking of Keyshawn, Gary Antoine want that smoke. So we're gonna see. That's gonna be a good fight. If they fight, that'll be a good fight. That'll be a good fight. You know, we'll see what happens. Is that main event? So we got fights coming up. We got Shakur. We got Zapata. You know, Berlanger, Sharif, whatever his name is. That's coming up. We got my man Bam coming up. So we got some good. He got suspended. I don't think so. We got Bam coming up, man. So we got some fight. Big Tony in the building. What's going on, Big Tony? And shout out to my man KB. He bought us some more merch. KB bought a lot of merch, man. I mess with KB. Love that Davis Russell matchup. Will not mind that hitching. Russell about that. Richard Hitchens scared to death for Gary Antoine. He ain't gonna fight him. He ain't gonna fight him at all. I'm just telling you straight up. He ain't gonna fight him at all, man. You know, so cause when Richard Hitchens used to come down here to DC and go in the Russell gym and watch some spawn and stuff, they used to tell him lay some gloves up. Richard Hitchens say, no. No. But Shakur laced him up. He used to spar, I think he used to spar Gary, big Gary. He ain't spar Antoine. He ain't spar Antoine. So y'all see how the stuff be going, man. You know, these dudes be doing all that stuff. You know what I mean? Y'all don't say. Let's see what Berlanger talking about. 14 months, still ain't got my free merch. See, I'm gonna give you free merch. Send it in the chat what you want. Send it let me know what you want, the size and all that. Again, I got the address. I think I still got it. Go take a picture, send me what you want to send. But I'm gonna have to stop that because if everybody join members only, I be getting everybody merch. So, but I got you. Send it in there and tell me what you want. I got you. I don't even know what you want. What you want, some leggings? That's free. Okay, leggings are free. What you talking about? Yeah, email me. I got you. Email me. I got you. Oh Lord, you talking about cheap ass, and this nigga can't even join members only. He talking about cheap ass. Tony gifted this nigga members only. He ain't buying. He can't even give me $3 a month. And he been on this show for a minute. That shit shows you, and he gonna call me cheap ass. You know? How I'm gonna be cheap and y'all don't support the chamber. You ain't no member. Tony K gave you that. She gifted 5 people membership, and you was one of them. Stop the bullshit. Stop the bullshit. You know what I mean? So, you know. So, yeah, he bullshitting teach. He trying to bamboozle me, Ohio. I got that nigga card. I mean, members only number $3. Come on, y'all eat Big Mac. Send the damn hey, mind your business. Court red-handed handle. Yeah, that nigga bullshit, man. Damn shame. That's doctor. Get on his ass on, son of God. $3 damn. I ain't worth $3. I gifted that to you. You canceled your membership. Yeah, you did. I ain't worth $3. You know? I'm trying to look on Twitter. Oh, wait a minute. Let me read it for you. I gotta read it for you. Cause that shit was so funny, man. I wonder did he delete it? What is that? I don't see it. He told Tank David, let's do that interview again. Tank told that nigga, fuck you, bitch. Oh my God. That's crazy. Yeah, he gifted it to him. But y'all hit the like button. Tell me what you think, man. Come on up in here. What do y'all think, man? Do you think it's going to make it till November? What do you think about Kid Austin Pop saying his son would knock Tank out? He would knock Shakur out. He would knock everybody out. You know? What do y'all think? And this dude would be tweeting up a fucking storm. Hey, Tank, come on, let's do another interview. This one will be real fire. Tank say, fuck you, bitch. I can't stop laughing. He must be kin folks to earth. All the ones who beg and loud, calling people cheap, don't want to support them, and but complain. Yep. I would jump on the pounder, bro, but I understand. Auntie Schofield just talking. Yeah, that's what he said, though. That's what he said. Auntie Schofield ain't playing with y'all. Man, my son will knock him out 2 cents. 2 cents. My son the best. You know my son the best 2 cents. You know, watch. He gonna whoop all ass. The Tank don't want no smoke. The Shakur don't want no smoke. My son the best. I told y'all he was gonna whoop Devin Farmer ass, didn't I? He knocked that motherfucker out cold. You know, his eye went that way, the other eye went that way. You know, his head was bouncing. Yeah, that's because of my son. That's because of my son. He trying to blame it on the condition. Nah, man, that shit ain't start happening to him. He started thinking about my son. My son hit him with that jab and that hook. The eye went that way, the other eye went that way. His head was bouncing like this. Yeah, that's the same way my son gonna do Tank. That's the same way my son gonna do Tank. Watch 2 cents. Watch, Jab Queen, you hear me? You know, I will come on your show, Jab Queen. I will come on your show and interview. You know, I like you. You pretty cool. You know, just don't be like the rest of the fucking haters. You know. Oh. They decided after this time beat up on an Asian fighter. And the man ain't even Asian. The man just got neurological problems, man. I was calling for that man to retire after he lost the wins of Pater. It sounds good until Tank put them paws on it. Exactly. 2 cents, jab, and jump on the pound and pop your shit. Oh man. Yeah, man. Y'all know how it is, man. You know. He excited. His son did something good. Cause last fight, his son looked like some pure garbage. And that's why a lot of people was going with Devin Farmer. It's something like a pure garbage. He ran out of gas, almost got knocked down and all kinds of shit. But he got good. He got back in there, working on some stuff. He need to work on some more stuff. He gonna be all right. You know, he gonna be all right. Tank ain't challenging himself. Yeah, Little Roach, Shakur want to fight Little Roach. Keyshawn want to fight Little Roach. All them dudes want to fight Little Roach. So you just talking to be talking, champ. No, I don't want that kind of energy. Oh, man. Oh, I ain't going to bother y'all today. I ain't giving y'all the energy. Not today, man. I'm just telling y'all, you know, I had that energy a couple of days ago. I wanted all the smoke. Ran all the ass up out of here. You know what I mean? But yeah, maybe he should. But I don't know. How about Dad trying to explain the Shakur withdrawal as to much stress on his son? We talking about somebody. Yeah, if I'm Schofield, Ohio Fungateer, I don't need to talk about that shit no more. That shit is past and it's done. He ain't got to explain himself to nobody. It's done came in and knocked out Tevin Farmer. Ain't nobody knocked Tevin Farmer out. Nobody. Ain't nobody stopped Tevin Farmer. His son did it. So, you know what I mean? It just, you know, it is what it is. You know, but his father was worse than Bill. And I never say somebody worse than Bill, you know. You know, his father worse than Bill. I don't know if he gonna make it there, but we'll see. Yeah, Cream, what you talking about? You don't want no smoke.
Huh?
What you talking about? I ain't putting no smoke on nobody. I just wanted to ask y'all some questions. That's it.
Oh no, I don't know what you're talking about. What did I say that? I must have been talking about what you said about Kid Schofield and Tank.
Oh, Floyd might have the edge of the Dula Mason. He might. You know, that fight might depend on who can take the punch.
Nah, I think Abdul is a little more disciplined, and I believe he's a little bit more like skilled than Kid Austin. Kid Austin seems strong, but he still seems like he kind of just comes out like, you know what I'm saying? Like wild and just like ready to get at it. But he gasses out after round like 5. So if you can kind of avoid that flurry of punches, you know what I'm saying, for the first few rounds, he'll simmer down.
Yeah, and everything you just said was true. He's more skilled and all that, but can he take a punch? And we know when people connect, and that kid is going to connect, his Dula Mason going to, you know, stand up. You know,
I mean, that's yet to be seen. He's gotten his chin checked before and got up. You know what I'm saying? And after that fight, we saw him correct his mistakes. So as long as he holds that phone and he stays poised, he should be fine.
Well, when you got young fighters fighting like that, you never know. I'm just gonna sit back and relax because I don't care about neither one of them. You know?
Well, I actually like Abdullah, so I got Abdullah pulling that out for me.
That KO doesn't change the fact that Schofield ran scared from Shakur. What you talking about, Mr. Shelton? Ain't nobody want for that boy.
I don't think Mr. Shelton knows what Mr. Shelton talking about.
He got his chin checked by a featherweight. Oh, shit. What's up, 2 cents?
What's up, y'all? What up, Jab Queen? What up, Lou?
What's up?
Congratulations on the weight loss, Lou.
Yeah. I'm about to be my college football weight in a minute. I'll be walking around showing my 2-pack.
Uh-oh. You're going to be dangerous out there in these streets. Ladies, Lou on the prowl.
No. Not me. My man Nike's in there. He say, when kids fight someone like Shakur or Tank, they will pick apart. Farmer is too old, Shakur, yeah, all that stuff. You're right. You know, we'll see.
Yeah, I agree with him. I really am a little disappointed. I really thought Tevin Farmer was going to put up more of a fight than that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I almost put a couple hundred on Tevin Farmer. I ain't going to even lie to you.
I felt sad watching that. I don't know why, but I felt like sad.
She gonna tell me, she gonna talk about Lou, I feel sad.
I did. Yo, I don't know why I just felt sad. Like, oh, because when he was leaving, he was like crying and his girlfriend was picking his head up and stuff. I was like, oh, poor Devin.
Mm-hmm. T say Luke gonna be looking like me soon if he keep cutting weight. Nah, T's got that motherfucking what's that? That Bud Crawford body. Y'all ain't never seen Teach?
Yeah, we seen Teach.
Nah,
I don't think I've ever seen Teach.
I'm talking about workout.
Yeah, I seen him punching on that bag. Everybody seen his infamous. Everybody seen that video. It's viral.
I think it's AI though.
Stop.
Oh man. Oh no. So do
Teach
you guys
Teach making up stuff now? That ain't even him. He made that.
Nah, that might not be him. That might be one of his own countrymen or something.
So you believe Schofield was poisoned and drugs were planted? Who said all that, Mr. Shelton? Like, where do you get some of this stuff from?
Mr. Shelton be tripping, man. You know what I mean? And I say Floyd want to fight Shakur and Tank. He need to fight Frank Martin or Dula Mason. You know, well, his father already said he know he ain't gonna get the Tank fight because he's not big enough yet. So, he can get that Shakur smoke though. Maybe Dula Mason.
He's not gonna get that Shakur fight either because Shakur already freed up.
Next generation. Thank you, Next Generation, because I heard the same thing. Dubois sure did get sick, and it was Madrimov, but Madrimov was able to go on. It
was 3 or 4 fighters that got sick. Yep, it was 3 people that got sick. So I don't know why they acting like he the only one.
I ain't seen Dubois yet. Is he back in the States?
Who?
Dubois.
I don't know. I know one thing. I don't listen to these dudes. That kid got sick. You know, when you go over there and change, sometimes you can't handle the food or something else. You get sick over there. That's like when I went to Mexico. I was sick for 3 days. You know,
were you? Damn, you got sick in Mexico.
What do you think got you sick? What got you sick?
That's a terrible vacation.
I was trying to be a man and drinking and shots with the rest of the people and slamming it on the table. That didn't work good. And I don't drink. Oh, God. So I was out for 3 days. I'm glad I stayed there for 7. I'd have been short.
Yeah, you'd have been mad as hell.
So let me ask y'all, do y'all think we will see that fight in November?
Child, Lou, let me tell you something. I mean, that's all people can say. I said, you know what we talked about last week, and I said it on my show too. I don't think so. I think Bill is somewhere trying to work his way up out of that, honey. But I mean, people seem to think it's gonna come to fruition. They told my Devin always looking for the smoke. Me personally, when they get on them scales and they getting ready, when that bell ring ding, that's when I know that fight is really happening. Until then, I promise you, Bill is somewhere with his wheels spinning trying to get out this fight.
What the fuck I done? What I done created?
See, the problem is when Brian Norman Sr. pulled his card, he had no choice but kind of to go ahead and get through it. When they said, you know, you called around trying to get out this fight. When he outed him, you know, Bill kind of was backed into a corner, I think. But, you know, trust and believe me, Bill he gonna try and pull some type of Houdini shit to get up out of it.
So Houdini shit.
I'm telling you.
Hey, I'm with you. I don't think, like I said, I'm gonna just wait till the press conference until they get on those scales. Other than that, I ain't even gonna feed into the hype.
I hear you, Nike. But
exactly.
We gonna see.
We gonna see. And then people act like if you think the fight not gonna happen and the fight happened, oh, you should apologize. It's like, what the fuck am I apologizing for? I thought the fight wasn't gonna happen. And it's happening. That shit don't make no sense. But I think y'all don't think it's weird that Bob is tweeting out calling Devin Haney a track star? Y'all don't think that's weird?
I do think it's weird, and I don't even know what Bob got to do with this. I mean, it's not like the boy ran.
So Brian Norman is under Bob.
Norman is his fighter.
Oh yeah. Well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's not like Devin ran his whole career. He had the last fight. That's why I said I'm not gonna really go too hard on him until the next fight. Now, if he continues to do it, then I'm on his back like a wet t-shirt. But if, you know, just one fight, he's coming off the traumatization of getting mollywopped all around the ring, you know what I'm saying, against Ryan Garcia. So I'm going to give a little nigga some grace, you know what I'm saying? Not too much, but I am going to give him some grace, you know what I'm saying, to see what he does moving forward.
So let me ask y'all a question. Is Devin Haney daring to be great, or is this just a risky, tough fight he taking?
No,
The response. Let me say this real quick, Luke, because the response is like, "Oh, Devin Haney is the greatest. He took the fight. He don't duck." No. And I'm like, why are y'all doing all of that? He just took a fight with somebody in his weight division. It's a risky fight. It's a hard puncher, but all this daring to be great and all this, like, I think it's weird. I don't get it.
That's because for some of these boxers, they tell on themselves, some of their fan bases. Everything they do is like the biggest ooh and the biggest ah. But if another fighter do it, it's like, oh, come on, man, you cherry pick and so on and so forth. That just lets you know what type of level that they really think their fighter is on. You know, certain people rock with certain people for whatever reason. I still ain't figured out what the big hoopla is about. I think Devin is a good boxer for sure, but I've never been wowed by him, if I'm being honest.
So when you don't go to their narrative like Knights, Devin don't duck no smoke. Like Hannibal, Devin daring to be great, he don't duck no smoke. You just kill him with facts. When did he dare to be great? Who did he fight to dare to be great? And then when they name the person, you kill it. That's all. Who did Devin fight to dare to be great?
I mean, really, Teach, that's 100% correct.
Everybody he fought was 30 and over. And 30 and over in handbands.
You know what I said? He's shopping in the senior department of box rec his whole career.
When they see that, that's what y'all do. You just break it down. When they say, "Oh, he fought Regis when Regis lost Josh Teller," he was done. So you break them down slowly. You kill their narrative, and there's nothing they can say. You know,
and that's what I tell people about the Ryan fight. I said that was the first time. Y'all can say what y'all want, Oscarine, whatever. That was the first time Devin fought somebody around his height, around his size, around his age, the same dimensions. That's going to continue to happen. I don't know why everybody is so wild by this boy. And like I said, I do think he is a good boxer, but I'm not impressed. I'm just not.
So he said Kambosos, come on. He dared to be great fighting George Kambosos. Okay.
Kambosos?
Well, I'm just letting it. So Lomachenko, the guy he said was a bum and old and stuff like that.
But wait, y'all didn't know Kambosos and Devin was a classic fight? Somebody told me that's a classic fight.
No.
I don't know who said that.
Regis Prograde. Regis was 30-something years old.
That's a legacy fight.
He ain't been good in a long time.
You better stop trolling, too.
That's what they be telling me, y'all. I'm not making this up. They said Brian Norman is a legacy fight.
Any fight that they think Devin has is a legacy fight that can be any type of remotely competitive. Again, they tell on themselves with the level of competition that they see their fighter fighting that they want to make a big deal out of. I guarantee you, if Tank or Shakur or anybody up there on the upper echelon were to fight a goddamn Kambosos or a Loma or Regis, you know what I'm saying? I mean, please, we wouldn't hear the end of it.
All right, next generation say it's definitely a legacy fight. Tell us how.
Yeah, how?
Who Brian Norman done fought to up his resume to make him like that? So how is it a legacy fight? Who has Brian Norman fought? Because he got an email belt and he's winning? See, you can kill all these narratives. It just that shit come to me so easily. You know, who has Brian Norman fought to make you think this is a legacy fight for Devin Haney? You know?
The way I look at it, it's a good name for both of their resumes, but it ain't no real, like, you know what I'm saying? Finally, Devin is going to take a fight at a real 147. This is his first fight in a new weight class. Okay, Boots left the division. I mean, Boots ain't been gone but 10 seconds. We saw what Brian Norman did against Jen Sasaki, but Jen Sasaki basically was there to get beat on. So, I mean, like you said, I really don't see how they're considering this legacy, but it is what it is. They're going to diddy bop and flip flop for their man. So, you know.
So, because he's going to be a 3-weight champion. Okay. Hey, I'm not going back and forth with y'all today. You know, I'm not going back and forth with y'all today. Legacy to me, when you're fighting legacy fighters.
They told me that a legacy is the accolade. So since Devin Haney is about to be a 4, what is it, a 3 division champion, that's why it's a legacy fight. I said, so is a legacy, because you could have a legacy fight without a accolade. But can you have a legacy fight without a legacy fighter? Just an accolade?
I don't think either one of them have done enough for this to be considered a legacy fight because
Brian Norman hasn't done nothing. He didn't even win his belt. Like, what are we talking? It's not a legacy fight, y'all. It's a good fight. It's a risky fight. And that's it. Y'all want to throw all this extra sauce on it so people can be bouncing up and down on Devin Johnson. Ain't nobody about to be doing that. It's a good fight. It's a risky fight. Cool.
That generation, you is not going to cook on this channel. Stop the bullshit, champ.
Yeah, exactly, Shelton. He's fighting who he should be fighting, moving up to 147. Especially since the rest of the 147s are busy. I mean, what are we really saying?
They're going to say legacy because they're moving up and fighting for a belt. Okay, if that's what y'all think, fine. I'm not even going to argue with you. Y'all keep mentioning all these accolades and shit. Devin Haney is fighting who he is.
I'm arguing with you.
Don't argue with me. I ain't got time to these dudes in that bullshit, man. Because it's just simple. They can make anything and say anything now. It's legacy. It's this. It's that. But you can really kill these guys' argument if you really want to, but they're not going to accept it. They're going to call you all kinds of names. Then they're going to say you're a hater, you're a this, you're a that, and they're going to say
emotional.
Yeah, you're emotional. You don't like mute the mic. Next generation. You don't like this guy, you don't like that guy, man. It's just not worth going for. Because if people can't come up here and have grown conversation without calling you a hater and all this shit, and start making accolades the most important thing in the United States of America, when you can't take them accolades and go buy a house, you might go make the Hall of Fame, but Trinidad broke. Michael Moore just said he broke. I can name 10 Hall of Famers that broke.
Shane Mosley about to do another exhibition.
Shane Mosley.
I'm in here.
Shane Mosley broke. Devin Haney done damaged his house. Won't pay the man. What's up with your boy, man? What's up with your boy?
What's good?
What's going on, champ? Go ahead, man.
Look, man. I ain't even like no Devin Haney fan. Like, a lot of people would actually call me a Devin Haney hater. But you can't say there's not a legacy fight. Like, you
tell us
how.
Okay, Devin Haney. 1 division champion, 135, moved up, first fight 140, became a 2 division champ. That's part of his legacy. That's a legacy fight. So now
you don't think it matters who you fight?
Let me finish. Now he's moving up to the 3rd division, challenging for his 3rd belt to become a 3 division champion. How is that not a legacy fight?
Because just because you're fighting, it's not a legacy fighter. Like, it's not a legacy fight.
Okay, you saying it's not a legacy fighter, and I'm so glad you saying this because
it could be a fight for his. No, let me see. It could be a fight for his legacy, but it's not a legacy fight.
Oh, I mean, we playing semantics now.
Like, no, I'm just saying it's a fight for his legacy because he'll be getting another belt in another division.
So you're saying like a legacy in the entire sport of boxing.
When he's complete, when he is done boxing, it will be looked at upon his legacy, but it's not like a legacy fight.
Exactly.
It's not a legacy fight, though.
So for Devin Haney,
okay. So what do you consider a legacy? Like, that's, I guess, what we need to start.
Your legacy is your whole body of work of your career.
It'll be a part of it. It won't be it. You acting like this is like the end all be all.
But the entire legacy is made up of a whole bunch of small parts. You understand that, right?
We're agreeing. We're agreeing. I don't think you realize we're agreeing.
No, because y'all was saying it's not a legacy fight. It is a legacy fight for Devin Haney.
It's part of his legacy, but it's not a legacy fight. Nobody gonna be like, "Oh, you seen that?"
It's definitely a legacy.
They're not even finished, so I don't even see how you can consider this like.
They haven't even built a fight to even be a legacy fight. It hasn't even been built up enough to be a legacy fight.
So what I'm saying is, and that's what I'm about to say. I'm glad you said that because this is how the older generation try to diminish these younger fighters. They say, "Oh, he ain't fight nobody," or "Who is he fought?" We don't know who he gonna be at the end of his career, but in the moment, undefeated champion versus undefeated champion. This is a legacy fight, and it's a legacy fight.
Hey, wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. I got it. Next generation. Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Is this fight Ray and Hagler?
No, but this is what I'm saying.
I don't want to hear your bullshit.
It's not bullshit. You actually
okay? Is Ray and Hagler a legacy fight?
Yes.
Is Oscar Floyd a legacy fight?
It's a legacy fight for both of their legacies. You talking about big fights?
I'm just asking questions, champ. And so wait a minute. You said he moved up, fighting for another belt, and it made it a legacy fight, right?
Yes.
So what happened to Oscar and Floyd?
Why are you bringing up Oscar and Floyd right now?
That's a legacy fight.
That's a legacy fight for Oscar De La Hoya, and that's a legacy fight for Floyd Mayweather.
They named they legacy.
The same way this is a legacy fight for Brian Norman Jr. defending his belt, and it's a legacy fight for Devin Haney moving up in weight trying to challenge for a belt. You can't.
So it's a legacy fight for Brian too, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
He's defending his belt against the two. This is the best person on his resume. How is it not a legacy fight for him?
I'm just asking a question, champ. Don't get what you're getting emotional for. I'm just asking.
I'm not getting emotional, but y'all just sounding crazy.
I asked a question. I didn't say nothing.
Ain't nobody sounding crazy. I think it's all really based on who you asking.
Y'all are trying to right now. Y'all are diminishing these guys' legacy right now by saying
I'm not diminishing.
I did not diminish his legacy. I said it's a part of his legacy. It's just not a legacy fight.
Y'all like,
it's not a legacy fight.
Let me say this to you, man, and I'm trying to teach you, young guy. Everything ain't fucking legacy.
You can
I don't give a fuck. Wait a minute. I don't give a hell who you fighting, 3-4 time division champion. Everything ain't a legacy fight. You know, it's just not. Y'all make it think it is because y'all niggas just born young. How old are you?
I'm 29, but that's what I was saying earlier. You're trying to use the.
No, I'm just trying to tell you, everything is not a legacy fight. It's just not.
But
Lomachenko was a legacy fight. Lomachenko was a legacy fight.
I agree. When Devin Haney just fought Ramirez, that wasn't a legacy fight. But this is a legacy fight. This one is.
Who the fuck has Brian Norman fought to make it? Like, what has Brian Norman done to make this be a legacy fight?
All right, I'm about to keep cooking.
You ain't cooking at all. What the fuck?
You're not cooking, bro. You gotta. Can you plug the stove up first, bro? Plug the stove up.
Well, you put the cooking grits.
Let me.
You cooking grits. What the fuck you cooking? I don't know what you cooking.
So check this out.
I love it.
Who's the names Brian Norman Jr. is supposed to have on his resume to make him somebody? Name them.
I ain't even hear what you said.
Who are the names that Brian Norman Jr. should have on his resume right now for it to be, if Devin Haney moved up and fought somebody, it's like, okay, now he fighting somebody.
Well, you're not asking me because I don't think none of this shit is legacy. See, that's the difference you asking me and asking them.
Who's the names he's supposed to have on his resume? Answer the question.
At 47?
Yeah, who's the names he should have on his resume?
What do you mean should have on his resume?
I don't know.
Wasn't we just now saying who's Brian Norman fought? So who is he?
No, I'm asking you, why is he why do you think it's gonna be a legacy fight? What is he doing to make this a legacy fight? He didn't even beat nobody for the belt that he got.
He's the champion.
Just because you're a champion, okay, all right. I want this same energy when it comes to other fighters because y'all don't do this.
Guess what?
Folks don't be doing
Even though he didn't fight for the belt, he fought for that intern belt and got elevated. That was a championship level fight for a vacant belt. Him versus Santillan. Santillan was a top contender.
And you probably the same nigga enjoyed that Jake Paul and Butch fight.
And guess what? You still ain't answered the question that who Brian Norman Jr.
I just told you I don't pay that shit no mind. So you talking to 2 cents, not me.
You don't pay the argument no mind.
I don't pay that
shit. It's not about making him a legacy fighter.
All that legacy bullshit. No, I don't go by moving up and all that bullshit.
You gotta use that same fact to say he ain't
to me to be a legacy fight. To me, to be a legacy fight, you got to fight a legacy fighter.
No, to be a legacy fighter.
No, my opinion, champ. Don't tell me no. It's my opinion. Podcasts are opinion based. You know this, right?
I understand that. This is crazy. Y'all trying to diminish these men.
I'm not Williams Zepeda and Shakur Stevenson a legacy fight.
I'm just asking you a question.
You said what?
That's all. Is Williams Zepeda and Shakur Stevenson a legacy fight?
I mean, it's a good defense, but I wouldn't call it like a legacy fight.
So, in your opinion,
Tank rematch
with this dude here, everybody who move up and fight a champion, that's a legacy fight. It could be
Terrence Crawford and Madrimov is a legacy fight.
It could be Boo Boo the Fool.
But
Terrence Crawford and Madrimov a legacy fight.
You gotta put it in context. It depends on who.
No, he move up. He was getting the belt in another division. It's the same situation.
If you got your ass whooped at 47 and you were just a random person and you move up to fight a champion, that's one thing. But if you're an undefeated champion that's been a champion in 2 weight classes and moving up to challenge for another belt, that's a legacy fight.
So Terrence Crawford and Madrimov is a legacy fight.
Listen. To be honest with you, you can even take away Devin Haney's name and put any random champion who was an undisputed champion, moved up in weight, became another champion, and then challenging for another belt. You can put any name on that, and that's a legacy fight.
Look, let me say this,
What
man.
are you talking about?
Look, we understand what you're saying. You just getting emotional and hyper about Devin Haney. We understand what you're saying.
I'm not a Devin Haney fan.
Okay, well, I don't care. Me either. But I'm just trying to tell you, every single thing is not a legacy fight.
But this one is.
You know, okay, well, that's your opinion.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I've been saying this shit. It's your opinion.
So why is Madrimov and Terrence Crawford not a legacy fight?
It was a legacy fight for Terrence Crawford. He became a new.
Everything is legacy. Everything.
Come on,
Think
bro.
about it. But
everything is legacy. You know?
Ain't nobody gonna be like, "Hey, put on that Madrimov Terrence Crawford fight. That's a legacy fight." Nobody's gonna do that.
Fight, to be honest. But when you move up in weight and add another world championship weight class to your belt, that's a legacy fight.
Hey,
that's a part of your legacy.
That's a good one. Hey,
y'all playing word. Y'all doing word salad now. This is word salad.
Put on Devin Haney.
It's not a legacy fight. It's part of your legacy. What are you talking about?
Put on Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr., who don't nobody know but hardcores. Oh, it's a legacy fight. Get the fuck out of here, man.
So for something to be a legacy fight,
they barely know that nigga. Look, they barely know that nigga in Atlanta. So
are you insinuating that casuals got to care about a fight for it to be a legacy?
Oh my God, this dude crazy, man. Everything is a legacy fight, man.
You still ain't answering the question.
That's part of it. Yeah, that's part of it.
I ignore ignorance.
No,
I'm just being honest. I ignore ignorance. I don't pay that stuff no mind.
So let me get this straight. Terrence Crawford, according to you, and Madrimov is a legacy fight.
It was a legacy fight for Terrence Crawford, yes.
So when you start naming legacy fights, you're gonna be like Hagler, Hearn, Rumble in the Jungle, Terrence Crawford versus Madrimov.
You're talking about two different things. Y'all are talking about big fights in the sport of boxing. When you're talking about a fighter's legacy and legacy,
you're talking about a fider's legacy that when you're going up to fight for a belt or something like that, that's their legacy.
Y'all are getting confused. Y'all are attributing.
He is talking about when somebody's moving up, fighting for a belt is their legacy fight. That's what he's talking about. I mean, I understand perfectly clear what you're saying. Ain't that's what you're talking about?
No, okay. So back to what I was saying.
That what you just said.
Is it my turn?
Nah, I'm done with you now.
Oh, okay, yeah, I bet you are. I'll be done too.
You ain't did nothing. I mean, go cook some grease or something, man. I mean, you keep
saying boiling over.
If I take this shit out in public and say everybody who moves up is a legacy fight,
the grease is actually boiling over.
If everybody moves up,
so that means Lamont Roach and Tank Davis was a legacy fight because Lamont Roach
it wasn't supposed to be. It was for Lamont Roach,
but he moved up.
So for Lamont Roach, it was a legacy fight. For Tank
Davis, everything a legacy fight.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, my criteria for legacy fights is a little different.
Everything legacy fight,
means
man.
Legacy in terms of the entire sport.
Nah, man, you're right. Everything is a legacy fight.
Legacy is personal to the fighter.
No, you're right. Everything is a legacy
is personal to the fighter.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever personal and whatever you think is, is for a championship is a legacy fight. Everything is legacy. You're right.
I didn't say everything was legacy.
You trying to put that on me? Yes, you did. Everything is legacy.
I didn't say that. You trying to put that on me, but I didn't say that.
Everything. That's what you basically saying.
No, that's what you trying to.
Everything is the legacy fight. That's not what Devin 3-time, 4-time going up fight. That's a legacy fight for Devin Haney, right?
It is, and even though you might not want to admit it, it was a legacy fight when he went and fought Cambosis.
It was a legacy fight.
Trashy that fight was. That was a part of Devin Haney's legacy.
Damn, how many legacy fights Devin got?
I mean, shit, Devin Haney got some accolades. I'm a Devin Haney hater, and I'm gonna be honest. Y'all not being honest right now.
How we not being, bro?
Y'all not being honest. Devin Haney
is a legacy fight.
I was cracking up when Devin Haney got his ass whooped by Ryan, but I can't diminish Devin Haney.
We're not diminishing him because we don't believe it's not legacy fights. And I like Devin Haney, and I'm not gonna say that all his fights in Cambosis is a Loma legacy fight for sure. for sure. Kambosos,
I mean,
no.
who the harder fight, Lomachenko or big ass Brian Norman at 147? Let's be honest.
What do you mean, big ass Brian Norman? They
big
both
ass Brian Norman at 147. That's what
So
I mean.
He's not moving
consider
up.
Devin small? You consider Devin to be small?
I don't think Devin's small, but I'm just saying
like jumping weight classes.
So y'all would give Devin Haney more credit for beating Lomachenko than for beating Brian Norman.
He gets credit. It's just not a legacy fight.
Oh my god! But what's the harder fight? So now a legacy fight can be an easier fight.
How can you say what's the harder fight? What do you mean? What's the harder fight?
What's the bigger challenge? Let's put it like that. What's the bigger challenge?
How can you say what's the bigger challenge? He fought Loma at 135, and he fighting Brian Norman at 147. So
and
I mean,
according to you,
what's the
George Kambosos was a legacy fight. So I mean, what's the harder fight, George Kambosos or Brian Norman Jr.?
Brian Norman Jr. See, I'll answer the questions. See, y'all don't want to answer questions. I'll answer the questions.
So how can they both be legacy fights, George Kambosos and Brian Norman Jr.?
Because they both fall.
So what's Shakur legacy fights? What's Shakur's legacy fights?
I mean, Shakur Stevenson legacy fights his ass, but they still legacy fights for him. Devin Haney got better legacy fights than Shakur do. And Shakur.
So every fighter has legacy fights according to you with a belt. Every fighter has legacy fights.
Do y'all know what legacy means?
I'm trying to figure out if you know what it means.
No, I know what legacy means. Do you know what legacy fight means? Is the definition that we need to get.
Legacy. Let's see what the definition of legacy is.
Nah, we ain't doing all that, man. I mean, you got your opinion. Everybody got their opinion, man. I mean, come on, man. Everybody know what it is. Every fight is a legacy fight to you. I mean, everybody is a legacy fight to you. You know, right?
Do you know what
Nah, man, I'm done.
I know.
Yeah, you know. Just take that shit on the Boston Voice and them other channels you go on with that bullshit.
I ain't mean
listen to them other things, man.
Like I did.
Cause we you know, it's like we agree, we disagree. You say everything is a legacy fight. Fine. I mean, we're not gonna change.
I didn't say that, and then you keep.
Yes, you are. Everything is a legacy fight. They move up, fight for a belt or something like that. You know, then you say Brian Norman and Lomachenko, who's a harder fight. You know what I mean?
See,
then if I ask you right now, what A-class fighter has Brian Norman fought? You couldn't even name him.
And you wouldn't name me the fighters that he's supposed to have fought.
You know what I mean? I don't give a. I'm asking you a question.
I bet
you know.
I bet you don't want to answer these.
You know, why would I answer? You keep saying who is supposed to have fought. He just started boxing for real. So how can you answer that?
That's my point. That's my point.
You know, he just started boxing, so you say who he's supposed to fight, but he hasn't fought anybody yet to see that he's a good or great fighter. But y'all just going off these knockouts this dude is having, but you can't name an A or B class fighter the dude fought. You know, that's all it is. But you know, I perfectly understand what you're saying. You know, I understand what you're saying.
Giovanni and Gian wasn't B-class opponents.
You just. All them dudes is B and C class opponents. That's it.
All right.
You know, and if you go outside right now, ask 20 people who Brian Norman is, probably two people know who he is.
Casuals do not define how good
you know what I mean. But the casual is the one paid for the fights.
But they don't determine who.
You know what I mean. But I'm just asking you a question. The casuals is the one who pay for the fights.
Bro,
am I right or wrong? Do the casuals pay for the fights?
They do, but 5 years ago, you could have walked outside.
You know what I mean?
Niggas probably still don't know who Terrence Crawford is, to be honest with you.
They probably don't.
So
that's why he don't sell.
He's one of the pound for pound best.
And that's part no, not Usyk is. That you know, that's because he don't sell.
The number one pound for pound on the sport and the best fighters on his resume is Ricky Burns and Victor Postol.
And Earl Spence.
He didn't say Earl Spence.
He didn't say Earl Spence or Madrimov.
And Madrimov with 11 professional fights.
Hey, bro.
Madrimov with 11 professional fights.
Somebody just popped up. Who is that? John? What's up, John?
Bro.
What's going on, John? But let's say Devin beat Brian Norman. Does it mean I can't hear you?
You on mute if you're talking, babe.
Put him in the back, Lou. Might be a troll.
John, I can't hear you, champ. All right, next time, champ.
Teach, he belonged there anyway. I've always said that Devin was way too big to be fighting in the weight classes he was shrinking himself down to. It's more like he's going to the weight classes he belongs in.
Yeah, but everybody do that. A lot of people do that. So he make weight.
So is he daring to be great? What's your name? I can't see his name, Lou.
His name is that's Next Generation, right? That's your name?
Oh, next generation. Yeah. Is Devin Haney daring to be great by fighting Brian Norman? Is he daring to be great?
I mean, I wouldn't big up it like that, but he is taking the challenge.
Then how can it be a legacy fight if he's not daring to be great? Yes, he's taking a challenge. We agree with you there, but I don't understand how you think this is a legacy fight if he's not daring to be great.
I keep telling you.
It's because of the accolades. Some people think the accolades make it a legacy fight.
Can I respond? And I keep telling y'all are conflating legacy with the sport of boxing. Y'all are not using the right term for whatever y'all meaning. We talk about two different things.
We not.
Y'all not. Because if you look up the definition of legacy, it pertains to a person's life. That's literally in the definition.
It says in boxing context, legacy generally refers to the enduring impact and reputation a boxer leaves behind
a boxer
after their career is over.
Boxer.
That's what it says.
A singular boxer.
This nigga here, bro.
We talk. Okay.
I can't.
Same thing I said. It pertains to a boxer. So when you're talking about
you read literally the first 3 words. Read the rest of it.
Okay,
after
but Devin
their career is over.
We understand that Devin Haney's a boxer, so he's going to pertain to the boxing legacy, of course.
Oh my God!
It's going to be a boxing legacy because Devin Haney's a boxer, of course.
I don't even know why y'all still arguing with the dude, man. Everybody, it is what it is, man.
About that. He see.
Yeah, I know. I just on my show. You don't know me. You don't know me. I ignore ignorance, champ. I'm done with it. It's simple as that. Ain't no bow out, right or wrong. I'm just done, and I'm about to, let's move on. Let's talk about something else, champ. You don't want to talk about something else? You can go on.
We're gonna go through all this for both of them to fight somebody else.
Enough. It just kind of talk about it, man.
I mean, I can talk about other stuff, but that's what I came here for.
All that fake legacy and all that because he's moving up and fighting for the belt and trying and all this bullshit, man. Come on, man. Everybody got different opinions.
I don't really see it that way. I see it as he's doing what he's supposed to be at 147. I mean, who else is he really gonna fight? I just don't understand where we're getting this big.
I would like to see him fight Rolly.
I mean, I can't.
I would rather see him fight Rolly than Brian Norman.
I give him credit off the creed that I don't think he's ready for Brian Norman. So I'm like, he needs some more. He really needs a tune-up. Like, you can't come back and do what he did.
And that we agree. I said he needs a tune-up for the tune-up that he just had because he did not look impressive to me when he went against Jose Ramirez. He looked terrified, so he needs to shake off some more of that fear or whatever the hell he got over getting hit. He needs another fight or tune-up. But I would not call this like this major fight because, I mean, honestly, how many 50-50 fights has Devin Haney really been in his career?
Let's be honest.
I understand both arguments.
Let's be honest. On schedule, what's a bigger fight for Devin Haney versus
I can unify with Rolly. Laugh out loud. I hear you, Teach. I see your champ.
Rolly.
I'm sorry.
Rolly. I think Rolly is a bigger fight. I think Rolly is a bigger fight than Brian.
Even in terms of bigger, I think Brian Norman is a bigger fight and a legacy.
How is Brian Norman a bigger fight than Rolly, bro?
All right. So let me pause you right there. So would you consider Rolly a legacy fight for Devin Haney?
No.
Okay. Just making sure.
It may not be a legacy.
What are we talking about?
No, it's not no legacy fight.
Okay, so
it's a big fight though.
So back to what I was saying. On paper, if we look at the boxing schedule, Brian Norman versus Devin Haney is probably the second biggest fight this year.
How?
See, now I think you trolling now. But so let me ask you this.
So name the other bigger
fight
fights
that he's taking.
So name the other fights that's bigger than that.
Dude, we're not going through all that.
That happened throughout
man.
this whole year? Okay. Are you kidding me?
Huh?
That happened throughout this whole year.
Yeah. Give me.
Yeah, hit the link, Todd. Hit the link, Todd. You can jump in.
Give me 3 fights that's being bigger this year than Devin Haney versus Brian Norman. 3.
I would say David Morrell versus David Benavidez.
Lamar Roach and Tank.
Hell,
yes,
fuck
and
no,
the NUA fight that he just
rematch.
Had, in terms of performance,
that fight was ass the first time and it's ass now. Don't mention.
Okay, so that's your opinion, right?
There was a cherry pick going wrong.
So that's your opinion. So here's the thing, right? If you're fighting a fight at a weight class you belong in, how is that like that's who you're supposed to be fighting?
let's get back to the question. Morrell versus David. Okay, next. 2 more.
She already told you. She already told the Tank, Roach, and you
I'm
know.
not accepting.
Well, that's you. You ain't got to accept it. This her opinion.
So name
it's
me
her
one
opinion,
more.
champ. It's her opinion. You don't run no boxing, champ.
So name me one more.
I'm done, champ.
Bro, Devin and Brian Norman not gonna even be a main event. They not even gonna be a main event. What are you talking about?
Name me one more, please.
They're not even a main event, bro. You have no argument.
Why can't we answer the questions, man? Why is it so
I just
hard
named you 3. You say you don't accept them. We're not gonna keep doing
I'm
that.
done. Move on. Let somebody else come. He trolling there. I ain't got time for this bullshit. You know, if you say Tank and better than Roach and all this stuff, Devin and don't nobody even know who neither Roach or Brian Norman is. But now, you know, so you can tell he don't like Tank. You know, so.
Yeah, that I don't really mind when people be saying whatever they say about Tank. A lot of people feel whatever they're gonna feel. But the point is, I can't wrap my mind around the fact that he just read the first 3 words in the legacy definition, and that's all he stopped at. Like, it literally says at the end of your career. How are we talking about this is a legacy fight? He's literally fighting a nigga he should be fighting. They're in the same weight class. Why are we making like this big deal about it? And I'll tell you why they're making a big deal out of it. Because this is a first fight outside of the one Ryan, because they act like that didn't exist. This is the first fight that Devin could possibly get his ass whooped. He's not fighting an older, smaller guy. So that's why they're making a big deal out of this shit, and it's annoying me.
It's very annoying because it has to stop. Like, seriously.
Yeah,
y'all telling me Brian Norman
it's all right to say what you want, but don't discredit people because they say something and your word mean more than somebody else. No, you don't, champ. It don't.
He
did say some good stuff, Teach. Yes, he did say some good stuff. Ain't nobody said he didn't say no good stuff. Let's not forget, you second the balls rematch as well. You know, it's a lot of good fights, you know, and we got coming up and stuff like that, man, you know. And first of all, we still don't know if that fight happened.
In this fight to call it a legacy fight, like, we don't even know what Devin is going to show up. How we already giving it credit for a legacy fight and the shit ain't even happened yet?
Exactly, that's what I just said. You know, but you can tell people say certain things that, you know, we don't like Devin and stuff like that. But you know, everything is legacy.
Please, I tell the truth about them. They want to be surrounded in this love for Devin. Y'all go ahead and do that. And while y'all at it, explain to me why he putting his hands on a pregnant woman, the mother of his child. Since y'all want to diddy bop and flip flop and run up here like Devin is the best damn thing since sliced bread, riddle me that.
You know she lying. It's just for the money. You know all the men about to start crying.
You know, it just, let me tell you again, everything is not legacy.
You can't give him credit for a win that he did not achieve.
Everything is not legacy.
Generation. What are you talking about?
People can say it's legacy because he's fighting for another belt. He challenged himself, but that's, you know, everybody has their opinion. It's like T say, you know, everybody, you know, has the right opinion. It's just simple as that. But you're not going to just come in here and just dismiss other people's opinion, man. And think you're right when you're just 29 years old, and you know, and you go on. I know he be on all the rest of these other channels, just listening to them. Nah, we don't bring that energy over here. You know, everybody got their, you know, their facts over here, man. You know, it is what it is. And ain't nobody asked for Brian Norman and Devin Haney, Tank. I mean, Hannibal. Ain't nobody asked for that. We all thought Brian Norman was going to fight Booth. We ain't asked for Devin Haney and Brian Norman. So, I mean, you keep saying nobody asked for that. There's a lot of fights that ain't nobody asked for. But we get it. What is you talking about? You know, you just stay in the comments and be a troll and stuff like that. And stop making up stuff. No, I'm not bitter. I just don't go for bullshit like you do.
Has Brian Norman had a fight in his hometown? And like, what? How was he the biggest fight for anybody? Like, what are we like? How do we get to that? They're not even gonna be a main event. They're gonna be fighting in Saudi Arabia, y'all. Like, come on, man, stop it. It's annoying.
They're fighting in Saudi Arabia because neither one of them have a big enough fan base to sell out any arena over here.
Yeah. Exactly. They having it over in the 5,000 or 6,000 seat arena, and I think Turkey gonna be upset again because we all know how Devin is going to fight. He's going to stick and move and move and move, and the fight is not going to be entertaining. I guarantee you, this fight it's going to be just like who did Devin just fight? Jose Ramirez. The fight is going to be just like Jose Ramirez, but he going to move a little bit more. He ain't going to take no chances and nothing like that. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. He beat his baby mama.
I don't even know why you bothering Toussaint, because we know Hannibal ain't gonna click no damn link. All he do is troll in comments. I'm surprised he ain't goddamn arthritis or cerebral palsy.
This stuff is good for debating and stuff like that.
Jeremiah, that's hilarious.
Boy got carpal tunnel. Hannibal got carpal tunnel.
Legacy for what did he say? Legacy for Haney would have been a fight with boots in it.
Now that's a legacy fight.
That's
a legacy fight.
What Kyle said that? Ohio Punk and Ted. But like I said, all these dudes, even if you on Twitter and you hear it, you see a lot of people be like, "Oh, it's a legacy fight for Devin," and all this stuff. They make it bigger than what it is. They make it bigger than what it is because it's for a belt. There's a lot
of people in the chat talking a lot of shit, but won't click this link. There's a lot of people in the chat.
I can agree with that, Darren. I never denied that.
Darren, ain't nobody said that fight wasn't going.
Never denied that.
No, it's a good fight. That's what I said. It's a good fight. We asking, is it a legacy fight though, Darren? Is this a legacy fight? And if it is a legacy fight, what makes it a legacy fight?
Yeah. Ain't nobody said, but first of all, is it going to be a fight? See, we talking about it, and we don't even know if it's going to be a fight.
Who is Brian Norman if his name ain't attached to boots?
Little Maul say, who the hell is C Maul? See, Maul, we from a different breed. These young niggas come in here and think anybody because they got a belt and stuff like that, and they move up is a legacy fight. Nobody know who this nigga is. Nobody. But
nobody.
Since Devin fighting him is a legacy fight. Come on, man. It is what it is.
Y'all act like Brian Norman can't fight Rolly. He could fight Rolly. Is that a legacy fight? Because they'll be unified?
That's what they're gonna say. That's what they're gonna say. He fight Bruce Ennis. There's a if he fight Mario Barrio, there's a legacy fight. Everything is a legacy fight. So. These dudes, man, you tell they riders, man. But it is what it is. I just hope it happened. That's what I'm gonna say. I just hope it happened. If it don't happen, all this stuff is just meaningless.
Yeah, and then like I said, we got to see which Devin shows up if their fight actually manifests. Which Devin shows up in the ring? Because if he goes right from the Ramirez fight to this, how you gonna call it a legacy fight? We don't know how he gonna fight in there. If they get in there and they banging it out in the close fight, then that's something different. But to off the bat call it a legacy fight because Devin's actually performing at his full 147, nah.
Well, we know somebody who's not calling it the legacy fight, Bob Arum.
Is Bob Arum serious? Why is he trolling like that?
Bob, he said in live TV that Devin is going to be the running man. So hey, he said what did he say? Brian Norman played DB for the Panthers. Oh, my man in here. What up, Lou? What up, Jason? Oh man, these people tripping, man. So 2 Cent, what's up with your favorite guy?
Who that?
Hey, man.
Auntie Sko. What Auntie Sko doing? He doing what he's supposed to be doing. Let him talk some noise, man. They been clowning Kid Austin about the poison thing. He got the knockdown against a very reputable opponent. And it is what it is. Let him talk his shit.
So, do you agree with him?
No, absolutely not. But he can do what he need to do to try to get these fights, I guess. But I don't know. He think Kid Austin about to go knock out everybody because he knocked out Former. I don't know about that.
But
Former been getting beat up his last 3 fights. Let's not act like Former was just a world beater out here. Former was a gatekeeper damn near. So I ain't trying to take nothing away from him, but I just want to be honest. It is what it is. Tevin Former, yes, he's a good opponent, but he did just lose his last 3 fights in a row.
So we did on this show say that if his son wins, he was going to be on every single channel, didn't we? And his son won, and he doing what he's supposed to do. He's on every single channel. But some of the stuff he say, he needs to stop. See, I hate when these fathers put pressure on their sons. Oh, he gonna knock Tank out. He gonna knock Shakur out. He gonna, just say we want to fight. We want to fight. Why he just can't say that?
I don't know.
And the thing is, it's not, nobody's dissing the fight. No one said it's a bad fight. It's actually a good fight for Devin. It's actually a dangerous fight for Devin. I just don't see it as a legacy fight. They're not even finished yet. They're like, you know what I mean? Getting to the prime of their career. So who's to say? This may be the first time Devin is in a 50-50 fight outside of maybe Ryan. So maybe that's why they going crazy. But I just don't see it that way.
No, I think they just want everybody to bounce up and down on Devin Johnson every time he do anything. And when
goodness,
you hate him.
It's just a lot of them, people just ain't gonna look at it the way, so everybody don't look at it the same, like I look at it differently than everybody else, but I tell the truth, what I mean? He fought a whole bunch of old guys.
If Rolly was fighting Brian Norman, would they be like, oh, Rolly's stepping up, we gotta give Rolly credit, this is a great fight, man, we gotta give Rolly some credit, he ain't ducking no smoke, Rolly ain't scared of nobody? Would that be the sentiment if Rolly was fighting Brian Norman? Is that how we? I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. People, do you think that Brian Norman is the best at 47? Somebody told me that too, and I said, how do we know Brian's the best at 47? We haven't even seen these guys mix it up at 47 really yet to say who's the quote unquote best at 47. We could say Boots was the best at 47 because we've been seeing him beat everybody the hell up in the division, and he was unified. So, what has Brian Norman done to be the best at 47? I could say Rolly the best at 47. If that's what we doing.
He said Jake Paul just had a legacy fight.
And he didn't get emailed his belt. He actually beat a champion. So is Rolly the best at 47? I'm just using their logic.
Hey, I'm just saying, birds and feather flock together, everybody had their own, opinion. Benzo said it's a good intro fight for Devin entering 47. Yeah, if it happened, it'll be a good fight. But we can't call nothing a good fight until we see the fight. On paper, it can be a good fight if Devin fight the way he fought Lomachenko. But we fight the same way.
And Devin ain't even fought at 47, Lou. He ain't even fought at 47. Exactly. Rolly has fought at 47. He's fought at the weight. So, I mean, what are we talking about, guys? He's taking a competitive fight in his weight division. Great, let's see it.
Mo better say Devin lost. Rolly lost to the old man. Yeah, but that's not in the book, not in the record books.
Why y'all can't just accept the fact that Rolly has been progressively getting better since he left Bullet? Why nobody wants to admit that?
They won't admit it, Jab Queen. I have no idea.
That's because people want to spread their own narrative about the people they like and the people they don't like. Everybody has something for something. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
What y'all gonna say when Rolly unify 47? I really hope I hope Rolly unify the 47 division. Because y'all still gonna be calling that man trash? Because he's gonna be a Hall of Famer then. Then what y'all gonna say?
So we got fights coming up. What fights are you guys looking forward to?
I want to see this Shakur Stevenson Zepeda fight that we've been talking about. And that's another thing too. I don't know why they even announced the Norman Devin fight right now. We got the Crawford fight, the Zepeda fight. We got other fights we should be focusing on and talking about right now. That fight not even supposed to be all the way into November. So I don't even know why they even bringing that up right now. But I want to see the Zepeda Shakur fight. I'm ready to see that fight. We've been talking about it for a while now, and I'm ready to see how it play out.
What do you think, Jab? Yeah, Jab Queen.
Yeah, I want to see that fight too. I want to see how he looks against Zepeda. I want to see if finally his actions match his words, because we always hear Shakur talking about he gonna step on somebody, he gonna do all of this, he gonna do all of that. So I definitely want to see if this time his actions match his words. I'm also interested to see how Morrell looks back in the ring after his loss against David Benavidez, and I want to see that Subriel Matillo versus Abuelo Plato fight.
Yeah, the Sabria's Puello. Yeah, I want to see that fight too.
So the undercard sounds like it might be better than the main events. So who knows?
I definitely don't care nothing about that Berlanga Sherez fight. I don't care nothing at all about that fight. I'll watch it, but I ain't a fan of neither one of them like that.
But you know why they didn't make it the main event?
I don't know why, actually.
Because Turkey wanted to see knockouts as the main event and not run it. I wouldn't be surprised I wouldn't be surprised if Devin Haney and Woodscomb don't be the main event. They add somebody onto their card. I'm telling you, they add somebody onto their card and make Devin Haney the co-main event. Because he don't want them dudes in Saudi booing again. See what I'm saying?
Well, he better not make Devin the main event.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know, so don't be surprised.
But that's not. I mean, everybody was crying about best fighting the best and all that, but you want to see knockouts. That's not necessarily wanting to see the best fight the best. You just want to see knockouts. Like, that's not. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if he's trying to see the best fight the best, and he really interested in boxing like that, and that's his goal, how could you just be focused on trying to get knockouts? That's not the best fighting the best.
All this Devin talk is giving me a damn headache. He's some bullshit. 2-cent Jab Queen. Who win? I got 20 on Jab Queen. What are you talking about?
Oh, what are y'all talking about?
You know, these people, man. It's just funny, man. But I don't know. I'm just gonna sit back, wait and see.
Who you got winning? Zepeda or Shakur? Because Shakur. You know the winner they want Oscar wants the winner to fight Kid Austin.
Shakur. Where's the page?
Y'all think we're gonna see the Shakur Kid Austin fight? Y'all think we're gonna see that? I want to see it.
I think we're gonna see it, but it ain't gonna be in Saudi. Shakur gonna want to go to Saudi to get their money, but they not going back to Saudi, so I don't know how we're gonna get it. You know,
it's like, but this is. What do y'all think the skill level? Like, what do y'all think Kid Austin's and Norman's like skill level is? We know they can knock people out and hit hard, but when y'all look at them and you give them the eye test, like, what would y'all rate their skill level?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that Devin is a better boxer than Brian Norman Jr. Like, he has better footwork, and you know he may be a little. But I just the last Devin that I saw, if Turkey is serious about like not wanting those type of fights, then I don't know if this is gonna be Devin's maybe last fight with Turkey, because I don't know how many chances he'll continue to give him if he doesn't get in there and engage.
Exactly.
And if he gets in there and engage with Brian Norman Jr., he's in trouble.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? I mean, theoretically though, he should be able to outbox him.
Yeah, theoretically,
he got better skill. Somebody said Devin don't got. Somebody told me they don't believe Devin has better skills than Brian Norman.
Nah,
I disagree with that, but
yeah, he definitely.
I think Kid Austin is getting better. I think his footwork getting better. You know what I mean? I think his timing getting better. He just got a little bit more to learn. You know what I mean? He got to slow down, stop rushing. You know. Give more angles, because he get hit too much in boxing. You know, he get hit way too much. Devin actually favored in the fight against Norman. Okay, well, we'll see. You know, we got 5 months. I don't even care about the fight. I don't even want to talk about it. We got 5 months, man. Brian Norman footwork is average, but he got popped. Yeah, you know, and that's why his father said they're not working on no weights. They're gonna work on all footwork and other things and cutting off the ring, and that's good. That's good.
Yeah, he better go chase some chickens around or something.
Oh man, he need to go chase some chickens.
Yeah, because Devin's he's definitely gonna use an excessive lateral movement. He's not gonna be trying to taste that power. You know what I mean? So I don't know how interesting the fight will even be, if we're being honest.
Yeah, see,
well, Shane Mosley said that when they was training, he said Devin was looking real good in training. He said they was training in a smaller ring. He said he was beating up sparring partners. He said he looked great in training. He said that's why he was so disappointed when he got in the ring, and he was like PTSD might be a real thing for Devin, because he can't believe how he went in the ring there before. He said he couldn't believe it because of how he had looked in training. And so it's not that Devin.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a mental thing. Shane also said that he looked at Bill like, did you teach him this? Because that's not what I taught him when they got inside the fight. So it's definitely a mental thing that Devin's he's gonna have to overcome that mental hurdle that he's going through. Physically he's fine, but mentally I don't think Devin is really back yet.
Yeah, and we're gonna see, because he's facing another guy who got a hell of a left hook and punching power, and we know he's going to be acting like he's running back, jumping and jabbing. I mean, so.
But why couldn't Devin turn down this fight, though? Like, why do people act like, oh, he got backed in the corner, he had to take? Why did he have to take the fight? Why did he have to take the fight?
I think it's like almost like a ego thing, because Brian Norman, during that interaction he had with Bill, he said Brian Norman outed him basically. Like, nigga, after that, you called around trying to get out the fight, saying that we were going to ruin your brand. So once he outed Bill, like, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube, Bill probably was like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to stand on this now. But like I said, I trust him. Bill was thinking of some way to get up out this fight.
I'm like, man, I ain't taking that fight. You don't got to take a fight because it's an offer. Like, that shit got to stop. If it's not going to put me in the best position, then I'm not taking the fight. If Devin Haney is not mentally ready, he's you know what I'm saying? I don't understand why people is like, oh, he don't take the fight, he a duck. The man ain't mentally ready for the fight. Y'all just seen what happened to him.
Because Toussaint, you cannot. We know that to be the truth, or at least we perceive that to be the truth. But the way his father runs around here running his mouth, it's almost like he can't. He cannot. Not when your son running around here with a hit list. Not when you putting your son's head on Debo's body and you running around here, you looking for the smoke. You walking through the streets of Brooklyn looking for Teofimo Sr., Jr. You looking for all the smoke. You can't then backpedal, at least not publicly.
His father putting him in the corner and writing checks that Devin himself is not going to probably be able to cash. You know what I mean? So I blame Bill for this stuff. You know, I don't think Devin should have fought a puncher. Yeah, he should have got another fight. But, you know, they want to, quote unquote, say, hey, they're going to fight this guy and see. Ty said, Lou, how do you feel about Devin Norman? I think it'll be a good fight. It depends on how Devin fight. If Devin run like he did Jose Ramirez, Ty, it's just going to be a waste of time. To me, it's just going to be a waste of time. You know? And
you're going to put on another masterclass performance, Lou.
If I'm Turkey, I'm telling y'all might not like this. If I'm Turkey, I'm holding half your paycheck until after the fight. I said I don't want cat and mouse. I said I don't want cat and mouse.
Nah, you gonna pay me that contracted fee. I don't care what you talking about. Whatever we agree to on this contract is what you finna. You're not finna tell me how to fight.
And if I don't, what you gonna do about it? And if I don't, what you gonna do about it?
We're gonna get the lawyers involved, bro. Then we got a contract.
He's been Saudi. You can't do nothing to him.
Oh, that's true. Shit, I don't know then. That's them playing around with that.
Ain't nothing you can do to him. Can't nobody go there, no government, nobody do nothing to that guy. If he want to lock you up and keep you there, ain't nothing you can do. But beg the president to try to talk to them and get you up out of there.
Just ask that damn reporter, yep.
I'm telling you. So, you know, he can do what he want to do. Yeah, I'm with you. If he take that fight, Ty, I'm with you. Shane Mosley got PTSD. You know what I mean?
He gonna have it even more after July 25th.
Shane Mosley say Devin them on him $50,000 because they messed up his crib.
Toussaint, I told you that before. I told you I heard that he don't be paying his trainers. Remember I said that on your panel months ago.
I've been telling people this. I've been saying this, damn Queen.
Oh yeah, you did say you.
Who y'all talking about?
We even known each other. Yeah.
Bill. That he don't be
running
paying
off on his trainers and not paying them. No, I think that he said that Devin them did. I don't know if they were staying with him during the camp, but I guess him and his team did some damage or something to Shane Mosley's house, and they didn't want to pay him. They wanted to send somebody to fix it, or all this other kind of crazy stuff going on. I don't know.
See, that just.
But it's just another story of Bill owing somebody something and running off.
Exactly.
That's
No,
just
I was
to take
saying
the
that
money
to
home.
because I'm like, at least you know I don't be capping. I really heard that, and that's when you told me about the story you heard. I really heard that. Like he don't be paying his trainers, which is why he's always switching them.
Money hungry can get you fucked up, and they money hungry. This now I agree with this. Next Generation said I think Bill kind of cornered him unintentionally. Exactly. He did all that talking and stuff and thought they wasn't gonna pull up, but they pulled up. Now he backed into a corner, you know. And I'm guarantee you guys right now, I can tell you, Bill sweating bullets. Bill like, why I do this shit, you know? Because if that kid catch Devin Haney, one time Devin going to run like a motherfucker the rest of the fight. He might get flashbacks. You know, Mo said, I can't do that, Lou. Coach Eddie in the building. What's up, Coach Eddie?
What up, Coach Eddie?
Coach Eddie say,
Coach.
what do you say? He say, Devin going to run like a motherfucker, something like that. All right, Coach, I got a couple of more minutes for you. He say, Devin going to run like a motherfucker. And this stuff is ridiculous, man. But you gotta love it, man. You know. But you know what? We ain't mentioned one time Jusac and Daniel DeBoss. Is anybody looking forward to that?
I don't know.
Child, please.
I'm gonna watch it, but we already seen it, Lou.
Yeah. Well, I didn't ask for a better bid for Bill 3. We about to see this shit.
Man, I'm so sick of Perturby Bill.
Exactly. I didn't advertise the Fury and Wilder 3, but shit,
Turkey think these trilogies Turkey think trilogies and stuff be hidden, but you cannot force those. It gotta be something that just happened. You can't force them.
You gotta let it go, man. What's up, Coach?
Hey, what's good? What's good, my brother? What's good, 2 Cent with that jab thing? What's good with you?
Hey, Coach.
What up?
Not much. Just getting back from vacation, so I'm chilling.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
okay. You sound real relaxed, Coach Eddie.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I'm tired. Been on a cruise with the family, and I got 3 teenage girls. Me and the wife, we went on the cruise for about 5 to 6 days. I don't even know, but I'm back.
Wilder fighting again September 20th on the bench. Man, I'm done with Deontay Wilder.
Yeah. Deontay Wilder, he did all right, but like I say, it was a showcase fight. I thought he was gonna get the guy out
and he still almost got knocked out.
Yeah, he got clipped a little bit, but he did try to use his jab or whatever. He tried to pick him up another payday. I can't knock him though.
Yeah,
I'll try to get that
My
AJ
phone about
fight.
to die, Lou.
Okay, so Coach, while you're on here, what do you think about the possibility of these guys fighting? What do you think about it?
With Norman and Devin.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. Bill need to chill, man. He gonna get his son killed, man. I know, I hate dads like that, man. I've been around boxing my whole life, man. Like I said, I've been boxing over 30 something, been involved in boxing over 30 years. And these father-son combinations, man, they can be good and they can be bad, man. Bill got the type of culture. Bill ain't never laced up a day in his life. And he keeps sending his son in like a pit bull, you know what I'm saying, to get beat up. Hey, why first of all, why in the world would you talk when you talk trash to another fighter? All you doing is putting a battery in that dude's back, man. That's all you doing, bro. You know, you making it worse on your son, man. You know what I'm saying? I know Brian Norman Jr. since he was like 14 years old. That kid is violent, man. That kid's gonna destroy Devin Haney. Ain't nothing Devin Haney could do.
I think that
there's absolutely nothing that he can do.
I think to what you were saying, I think that's why a lot of people are, I'm not going to say dismissing the fact that Ryan popped dirty, but I think they're kind of overlooking it because a lot of people were happy that happened to Devin based on the shit that Bill does.
Well, it ain't that. I mean, I wanted Devin to win, but it's just like this. I mean, why would you? Last thing you want to do is motivate a fighter, because a lot of times a fighter could just be chilling. And then once you start talking, it's natural. Even if you sparred, you could just be having a nice little sparring session, and somebody might start talking. And then now you're going from 5 to a 10 because people don't like talk. And like I said, you start talking, you start putting the battery in these guys back, man. They just want to just kill your son, man. And Bill, I'm telling you, Bill need to shut up. Or he gonna get his boy stretched, man. Just chill out, bro. You already got the money. Ain't no sense sitting there trying to give you guys extra motivation to destroy your son. Cause that's what's about to happen, man. There ain't nothing that this boy can do to keep Brian Norman off him. This kid is about to get demolished. It's gonna be ugly.
But I think that Devin, you don't think Devin is a slightly better boxer?
No, it don't matter. See, that's another thing. People always talk about skill and IQ. Let me tell you something. When you get hit, your IQ go out the window. You can be the smartest fighter in the world. You can still get knocked out.
People argue me down, coach. I said that people saying it's more than power. I get all that, but what do you have to keep Brian Norman off of Devin? That's the point.
When people talk about skill, it's because we live in a heavily mitt-oriented world of boxing. People look at people on the pad like, oh, he has skill, or oh, he has angles, he has boxing IQ, whatever, blah blah blah. You could be a smart fighter, you're just gonna have the physical tools to execute it. That don't mean you're dumb. That just means you just can't physically execute it. There's a lot of smart fighters who can't get the job done. There's a lot of physically gifted guys who don't have the brains, to get the job done. They fight dumb. So at the end of the day, knocking people out, that's a skill. Cutting the ring off, that's a skill. And being violent, that's a skill. And Brian Norman is an extremely violent young man. That's what they're gonna find out in November. He better be trying to figure out a way to get out this fight if he know what's good for him.
And that's why And that's what I say. We're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to wait and see if that fight happens. Because I'm still don't think we got 5 months. We have 5 months, man.
Yeah, but unfortunately, to the point I was trying to make earlier, I think that, once Brian Norman Sr. outed Bill for actually trying to actively get out the fight, he kind of had to bite down on the bullet and go at it. But like I said earlier, trust and believe me, Bill's wheels are spinning, thinking of ways to get out of this fight.
1,000% agree. I agree
I think Turkey's trying to get rid of Devin. Cause why in the heck would you put one of your main guys in with somebody like that? I'm not putting none of my fighters in with him. For what? I'm not gonna get my man cooked. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna find me somebody. I'm gonna keep what Devin should have did. He should have kept trying to fight his peers, which was the Ryan Garcias, the Teofimos, for them type of guy. Basically, all the guys that came from 135 and 40. Them should have been your main event. That dumb hit list that he put out was the stupidest thing he could ever did. And should have left Brian Norman's name off of it. He should have left Boots' name off of it. They had no business even being on that list at all. Keep all them other guys that you can handle, put them on the list. Don't put somebody on the list you can't handle, man.
That's the problem, though. He can't, and that's why I asked Bill. I said, this list is all over the place, including 2 and 3 different weight classes, but we do know that Devin is notorious for fighting smaller, older guys. When he gets in there with somebody his height, his size, his same dimensions, we're going to see what Devin Haney is really made of. He's in between a rock and a hard place right now.
They really should have pushed that Teofimo Lopez fight. That should have been their main fight right there. They should have been all locked in because that's a safe fight. A guy that ain't too big, who don't really have that many stoppages since he moved up. That would have been a good fight, a good name, a safe fight. You probably could have won.
He would have been better off fighting Blair the Flair or Rocha.
Yep.
Yeah, somebody like I was gonna say Speedy Rashidi, but Speedy Rashidi might have outclassed Devin. That would have been a good fight too. Speedy Rashidi might have beat Devin. He's not used.
He about to fight somebody, right? He about to get his ass whooped. Who's Speedy Rashidi else about to fight?
No, he just won a couple weeks ago.
One of them got a fight coming up. I forgot who it is.
But yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what the heck they were thinking when they made that fight. That's crazy. But maybe like I said, Turkey LC trying to get him knocked off. He knows Devin gonna get knocked off, man. He
got backed in the corner. That's what he ran his mouth. He got backed in the corner. Yep. They pulled his plug, and now he gonna have to back it up. You know?
Yeah, and to Coach's point, Bill is constantly getting his son into situations like this. If y'all remember during the Ryan press conference, he said, I'm going to see how much you love your son. I'm going to see if you stop this fight. We coming in there commit a murder, a 187, don't bring your kids, and all of this other kind of nonsense.
Crazy talk.
That Ryan hasn't gotten much better since the amateur. So why do you guys feel that way?
I mean, whatever Ryan is going to come and go do, Devin does better. Devin going to beat him at his own game. He said he wants to fight, and he wants to fight in front of the people, a fight that the New York people deserve, because you don't come here playing, and that's just what he's going to do. He's going to go beat his ass on April the 20th in Brooklyn in front of everybody.
Bill, you got a new name on social media. If he dies, Bill. How do we change the narrative of Devin Haney, stepping on the gas and punishing fighters on Saturday?
Well, I mean, all you got to do is do all the antics and all the disrespect that he's done, and that's what's going to happen to the next opponent, any opponent after. This is what we have a standard and of what we're going to accept and what we're going to go for. And Ryan has stepped over the line on numerous times, and this is what it is. It's going to be a legal homicide for all that suicide shit that he done did.
There you go.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing why he gonna get cooked. Cause I was on a Coach Malachi's show, right? And Bill came over there talking about that man mama, talking about that man grandmama, man. That boy finna get destroyed, man. That boy finna get destroyed.
Yeah, I heard that, man. That was some sucker shit,
Yeah.
He do too much talking. Somebody gonna grab that nigga one day.
He gonna get. Yep, his son. I'm telling you, his son is finna be after November. His son is done. It's over with for this kid, man.
So let me ask y'all, Jab Queen and Coach. Now, hypothetically, if he go in there and knocks Devin Haney out cold, is that the end of Devin Haney?
Finished.
Damn.
Finished.
It's definitely going to expose him further, and I don't know where he does go from there.
He finished.
He finished?
He's finished because at the end of the day, people don't like him anyway. I like Devin, you know what I'm saying? But just for the fans, they don't like him. Ain't like he's no knockout artist, so he don't have like a puncher's chance or anything like that. When you're a boxer like that, once you get knocked out, especially bad, if you get knocked out bad, and take, Ryan Garcia dished out a beating on him, even though he was on PEDs and cheating and all that, you still got beat up because you still took the punches, whether they were legal or illegal, you still got hit. And it messed him up. And what Brian Norman Jr. gonna do to this kid, man, it's gonna be bad, man. The kid's gonna get stopped, man. I'm telling you, the kid's gonna get stopped. I don't think the fight gonna go past 5 rounds. I think
he got to catch a bird, Coach. He gonna move like a motherfucker. You can believe that.
He ain't gonna win though. If he found out that he's not gonna win.
Exactly. That's what I told people. Turkey ain't gonna have that shit this time. He gonna talk to them judges. If he fight like that this time, one way or the other, he's gonna lose.
But the thing about it, Brian gonna be throwing punches though. The key to cutting off the ring is throwing punches. You know that. If you throw a punch, you can cut the ring off. That's all you can. And don't allow to be tied up. You don't allow yourself to be tied up. It'll take 2 to tango. You know what I'm saying? If you don't let yourself get tied up, you won't get tied up. You snatch them hands out, you let your hands go. So yeah, this kid, he gonna get. I think Brian probably gonna. If Brian is smart, he go out there and jump right on right from the giddy up.
What's the odds of him pulling out?
I'm going to give them some really good odds simply because I really don't think that this is a smart fight for Devin. Now, listen, if Devin goes through with this fight, then I will give him credit for standing on what he said. But if I was Bill, it would be his best bet to get his son out of this fight because his son is not ready yet. We saw his last performance. He still looks shell-shocked. He still looks like he has some mental hurdles he needs to get over. I just don't think this is a smart fight for them to take right now.
Yeah, Bill don't care. He looking at the money though. No, he looking at the payday. You know what I'm saying?
I thought I was the only one that keeps saying that. The man is money hungry. He'll put his son in a cage with a fucking lion as long as he get paid.
Cause that's what's about to happen. They think this kid, Brian Norman, can't fight. They think he don't have the skills to keep up with Devin. And he listening to a lot of his buddies, hyping him up, telling him, oh, you can do this, you can do that. Nah, y'all finna get this man cooked, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I like Devin. I don't want Devin to take this fight. I think it's a bad fight for him. I want to see the kid continue to fight. If he fight this kid is gonna. This is like a career-ending type of fight that he's about to get into.
Darren Collins, don't nobody disagree with you. You right. Devin is the best name on Brian Norman's resume.
And he gonna try to make a statement. He gonna stretch this dude out, man. I'm telling you, this dude can really, really punch, man. This dude is a violent young man. I done seen it firsthand, man. This dude loves to fight. He loves spar. He ain't like one of them fighters where you gotta coach him in the spar. This dude look for the work. He want the work. A lot of times you gotta pull him out the ring because he want to spar too much. But nah, man, you gotta chill. You can't beat everybody up in the gym, man. You gotta chill out, brother. You know what I'm saying? Man, like fighter. He kind of like James Toney, that type of guy who loves to fight, man.
Darren Collins, the question was, if Norman knocks him out cold, is he done? That's what I asked. You know, that's what I asked. It's gonna be hard to come back. But then now he gonna have 2 devastating ass whoopings that he done had. I mean, he gonna be looking over his shoulder all the time now. And now he had trouble with the law, hitting on a woman, they say, allegedly. I don't know what's going on with Devin, man.
That must be some new stuff. I ain't heard that.
Yeah, they said it today. TMZ beat his wife up. Well, I don't know, hit her or something.
Dang. Man, you better do something, man, because I don't know. They got to find a way to get out of this fight, man. If I was in the room with Bill, I would look him in his eyes and say, Bill, man, you need to do your best thing to get out of this fight, man. Because, man,
he gonna curse your ass out.
Your son, but I don't care about Bill cussing nobody out. I said,
that's all that dude do.
Demolish, man.
You gonna tell me what to do with my son?
I don't care. You about to get cooked. Bill, I'm telling you, man, this ain't what you want, bro. But you know what? I gotta go ahead and let him get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to mess up Norman payday. So now, Devin, you got a chance. You can do it, brother.
All right, Coach. Before we get up out of here,
all right, man, y'all take care.
Nah, I want to ask you a question.
Oh yeah.
Before we get out of here, what you think about Kid Austin father saying he KO'd Tank, he KO'd Shakur, can't nobody whoop him? You knew this was coming. What you thought about the Kid Austin fight?
Well, you know what? To be honest, man, that was the weirdest right hand I ever seen in my life, man. It was crazy. He didn't even turn on it. It was
well, you know, Trevor can't see his other eye going the other way.
Yeah, but you see how most of the time a guy throw that right hand, they kind of take a little step out and then turn that right foot. He didn't do that. He just shot it straight.
Shot it straight down, I told him on the show. Yep, that's it.
Yeah, I think that's what caught Tevin by surprise because he used to people stepping out, you know, to get the right angle and then turning the hip and dropping on the right hand. He didn't do that. I said it was a weird right hand, man. But you know, like the kid, Kid also, you know, he's raw. He got skills. The kid's powerful. He's strong. You know what I'm saying? So anytime you're dealing with a young guy, you know, that believe in himself and they got that type of power. And what I seen on Kid Schofield's face, man, is anger. I think he's mad at everybody going at his dad nonstop, man. He's pissed, man.
Not that they think he quit in Saudi down with the Shakur shit.
Yeah. I think it's a whole bunch of everything. I think you know the media, social media, they go after his dad a lot. You know what I'm saying? And they go after him a lot. So he's had a lot of pent up frustration. I just think he took out on Tevin Foreman, man, because that look on his face was like, you know, like
they said they did say they hypnotized him before they could send him in the ring.
Nah, that's his dad. They talking that old crazy stuff, man. You know that dude be saying anything, man. He just. But now I think now they probably second guessing that deal they took, man. You know that 5-year, $5 million deal, man. Mm-hmm. Man, they could have got that was horrible, man. They could have got way more money, man. They should have never did that, man.
He said, yeah, but you know, patience ain't everybody's virtue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's a good win, man. He went in there and took Tevin Farm out like that, man. That kind of boosted the profile, man. And hey, if I'm a kid, man, you know, I mean, yeah, it's good for you, but is it going to generate more money in your pocket now?
No, not at all. Because what was it? Like 6 months ago, when they interviewed the senior told him, "Well, Tank would never fight us because we don't bring nothing to the table." And he said it straight up: "We don't bring nothing to the table." So, you know, he ain't gonna get the big fight, but he'll get some fights.
I think he had. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say I know that after the fight, Oscar did say they wanted him to fight the winner of Zepeda versus Shakur. So,
look, kid Austin's dangerous. I'm gonna tell you why he's dangerous because the kid he really ain't got nothing to lose, got everything to gain. Guys like Shakur and Tank, man, they're really protecting a brand and they're protecting the image right now. So they're gonna fight in a certain way that's gonna protect their brand and their image. They're not those guys, so to speak, like Tank. He don't have the eye of the tiger anymore, man. You gotta go back to the right. He's Rocky 3 right now. You know what I'm saying? If you go back to that movie, like that's what Tank is right now. He got the money, he got the accolades, he got the fan, but
I don't really know. I think that with him stepping up and going right back into this rematch, I think the original fight reignited that flame. Prior to that, I would agree with you, but right now, I think that reignited his flame because people playing on his name, like you know what I mean. So
we'll see. What's the thing about, like I said before, whenever your hardest fights, Black African Americans' hardest fight have always been against other African Americans. It ain't the Mexicans, it ain't the white boys. And when you got another brother who can run a 4-4 just like you, who got a 36, 38 invert just like you, who can move just like you, may not have the fanfare, may not have the notoriety, but they athletically they are on the same level with you.
Let me tell you, do y'all agree on this, Coach? The Kid Austin Shakur fight will be easier than the Kid Austin Williams Zepeda fight. Do you know why I'm saying that?
Okay, why you say that?
Williams Zepeda got the same style as Kid Austin. And if Kid Austin don't get him out in the first 6 rounds, we know he got a problem with his gas tank.
Right.
If he will run out of gas. And if he run out of gas, that's his ass. Now with Shakur, he ain't got to worry about it because that's not his style. Shakur gonna stick and move and be a more defensive fighter. But Zepeda is gonna come for every 3 minutes of the round. And if you don't get him up out of there, and you got a fucked up gas tank, you will be in trouble.
And that's the thing, man. Like even Mike Tyson was a 5-round fighter. Mike Tyson had asthma, so he looked to get you out of there early. You know what I'm saying? I think Kid Austin had the right mentality, man. If you young and you could punch, man, I mean, why not go out there and try to get the guy out of there early? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's his best weapon anyway. If he fights Shakur, don't show these guys no respect, man.
Exactly.
Jump on them and see what you can do, because you don't want to turn into a boxing match. You don't want last thing you want to give a boxer is time to think and calculate a plan on you while you in the ring real time. You want to keep him flustered. You want to keep him guessing. You want to keep him busy. You want to outwork him. You know what I'm saying? That's how you can beat a guy like a Shakur. You got to outwork him. You got to bang on him. You got to hit him wherever you can hit him. You know what I'm saying? You got to be relentless. You know what I'm saying, and make him work.
And that generation, that's why I say it. If he don't get him out between 5th and 6th round, he gonna be in trouble. We know Kid Austin got that power, but that power ain't his power. He ain't shown his power last to 10 to 12 rounds. His last fight, he almost lost.
Oh yeah,
so he'll have to get Zepeda out of there.
I think Kid Austin, I would favor him to beat Zepeda. I think Zepeda been in a lot of tough fights, man, and I think if Kid connects on him, I think he'll probably get him out of there. That kid's strong, man. I mean, like him or not, his dad or whatever. I know a lot of people don't like his dad or whatever, but just looking at him from a boxing standpoint, Kid, he's a decent little boxer. He's young, he's strong. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he got going for him. And he's tenacious. You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna make mistakes? Yeah, he's a young kid. You know what I'm saying? He's still learning. You know what I mean? He's like early 20s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so he can't. The kid ain't gonna do him to get better, man. You know what I'm saying? So a kid like that, you want to get him while he's young. You don't want to let him get no seasoning on him. You know what I'm saying? So now he's just tougher out. You wait till you get 26 to 27, get some experience on him.
Him, Abdullah Mason, they better get him now, because 2 more years, them kids gonna be kicking your ass.
Yeah. Yeah, Shakur better knock them kids off now. Cause like I say, Shakur mess around, hit that 30, 31, 32, 33. He starts trying to fight them kids, man. It's gonna be different, man.
Yeah, but I'm about to get up out of here, man. Any last
All right, brother. Yes, yeah, hey, have a good one. Jab Queen, salute to you.
Yes,
brother. Thanks for
sir.
having me up.
Jack Queen, you got any last thoughts?
No, just I can't wait to see how Bill Diddy bops and flip flops up out of this one. If the fight manifests, that will be a fight to see. Not a legacy fight, but a good fight. You guys have a good night, and I will catch you on the next one, Lou.
Okay.
Until next time, y'all, catch me on another panel.
All right. Well,
all right. Salute.
Thanks everybody for coming in. Appreciate you guys. Hit the like, share the video, subscribe to the channel on your way out of here. Peace and blessings, everybody.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's my